and podcasts like that. But that's what happens. I have to let you know.
That's fine.
All right.
So, is that Tangerine Dream soundtrack floating in your head still?
From this movie,
Yes.
yes, it is. I sent you a video earlier. I'm like, it needs. It's begging for a rapper to just shred over top of it.
I'm sure somebody has because you and I are not the rap aficionados that we pretend to be.
I don't know, Dick.
So you're pretty expanded in music. I don't know.
No, I'm not. There's guys out there that know rappers, and that's definitely not me. I like my stable of rappers, but I don't really venture out that far from the cave
Right.
or the stable in my example.
The ghetto.
Okay, I don't want to go there, but
The rap ghetto.
it's just it is good music. I enjoyed the soundtrack of this movie. What
And
movie
now
are we talking about?
we're talking about Michael Mann's first cinematic achievement, Thief. 1981, Jimmy Kahn, Jim Belushi, Tuesday Wells, who's pretty hot in this movie for some reason. She's like middle aged in this movie, but she looks pretty good.
The old man from Mrs. Doubtfire.
And Gremlins 2, the new batch,
Yeah.
playing a very awful evil man.
And apparently he's never not been elderly.
No, well, it's his first movie.
Yeah. He said he's like 50.
What's his name?
Gotta be like 70.
What's his name in his real name? It's something I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't know why. I'm getting older. I can't retain names.
That is Robert Prosky.
Prosky, that's right. I gotta check my Prosky.
Yeah, he was 50 in this.
Wow.
He died at age 77, 1930 to 2008. Dead Man Walking, Broadcast News. I guess he got some great movies under his belt. Last Action Hero.
Yeah, no, he's done a lot of stuff.
The leader from that movie, apparently. Death to Smoochie.
Yeah, I remember
that. Mad City.
I'm gonna send men to turn your woman inside out, rape her 5 times from Sunday, and she'll get raped by N words and S words.
I didn't think that quote, his line that when he said that, I didn't think that was necessary in Mrs. Doubtfire, but
that's very strange.
He's telling that little girl from Matilda that, and she's like, okay.
Talking about Sally Field, which is just like, wow, that's rough.
He was in Rudy.
Yes.
Bunch of TV shows. Gremlins 2, obviously.
Yeah, he's in a short wrote episode.
He's in The Thief. He's in The Heist from 1989.
Aha.
Broadcast News. Alfred Hitchcock Presents. The Natural. The Keep. Oh, he's in the follow-up here.
Yeah, The Keep, which is the movie I don't want to really watch.
It has a 5.7.
It's a bad one. Even Quentin Tarantino went off saying that was a piece of shit.
He was in The Brinks Job.
Oh, there you go.
That's a John Landis movie, right? No, Freakin'. That's Freakin'.
Freakin'. The Brinks Job? I don't remember.
Yeah. Jabberwocky, the TV show. Yeah, he's from stuff from 1971, but this is his first movie.
Right, like he did TV stuff and he was a theater actor, I think, for a long time.
Apparently he did it before The Brinks Job, because that came out in 78. So
right, yeah, there's some credits there that are beyond Before Thief, yeah.
Uncredited, but let's do this.
How long did it take you to put that together? That's a lot of different songs that you had to cut and paste.
Not really that many, because I had them all in my head.
Oh, even better.
Because I can just play the YouTube video and record straight from there, so it really didn't take that long.
Oh, okay, well, that works out.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
I wanted to think you worked hard on something.
Not on that. I did on some other stuff.
Yeah, the other stuff,
I played one last week that I worked hard on. Remember that spaceship thing? The little space battle with the
yes, I remember that. Yeah, it's very good.
That stuff's fun, though. I don't like cutting audio. Cutting audio is not fun. Nobody thinks it's fun.
No, that's probably the biggest pain in the ass there has to be.
Yeah, it's like what? Oh, you're a writer? That must be fascinating. Like, no, it's boring as shit.
Yeah, you're by yourself, and
yeah,
if you get anything done, you're lucky, and then it's just like, there's no point. Buy my book.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, buy my book.
We didn't make a commercial for it. Obviously, I didn't have any time.
Oh,
So much so I didn't have time that last night I was like, fuck, I forgot I got to watch this movie today, like by tomorrow.
yes.
God damn it. I started watching it and it's on Tubi
Oh,
and
was it?
yeah, it's on Tubi and the other one, Pluto
Oh,
TV, but Pluto TV is not
oh,
working
okay.
right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on with it, but Pluto TV had subtitles, but
Oh,
I had
interesting.
to watch on Tubi and there's no subtitles, which I watch every movie with subtitles. And I really wish this one did because there's a lot of whispering.
Yes, there is.
And Jimmy Kahn is putting on a performance in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess, do you want to go into why you picked this? What about this made you want to talk about it?
Well, it's just because we always talk about Michael Mann and Heat and Michael Mann and Black Hat. We never talk about Black Hat, but he did apologize publicly about almost ruining Chris Hemsworth's career over that movie. But Michael Mann's one of those directors that you're just like, is he as good as people say he is?
Yes,
he's pretty solid. He's pretty good.
He's in my top 5, 6, probably.
I like him. I like Manhunter. I like Last of the Mohicans. I like, of course, love Heat. Miami Vice, not so much. Collateral is good.
See, I'm on the opposite side where I like Miami Vice and
like
Public Enemies, but I don't really care for. I like the style of Manhunter, but I find the movie incredibly boring.
It is boring, and if you saw Red Dragon and the show, it's a much better representation of that story. But
yeah, Red Dragon's a better movie, better entertainment movie, but I'd much rather watch Manhunter.
Yeah,
even though I don't think it's as good as, if that makes any sense. It's just because.
Do you see
the style?
Do you see? It's because Paul Noonan. There's that Tom Noonan. Noonan factor. You can't take your eyes off of him.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that movie.
He's a very attractive man.
Yeah, he's a sex symbol for the ages.
He's a sex symbol. I bet you his cock is uncircumcised.
I bet he has a foot-long dong, and it's like pencil.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's got to be a representation of his body. Just
yes,
long rope hanging down from him.
I like the fact that Michael Mann, he, like a lot of other directors, he works with the same actors in a lot of his movies. The same guys show up.
Yeah,
he uses a lot of same guys, and he's pretty loyal that way. But on this movie, which is interesting, because I watched it, I bought the Criterion, and bought it on Wednesday, got it Thursday, watched it Thursday night. So I just got it and watched it again.
And you watched the special features too, right?
I watched the special features. Not much on there. Basically, an interview with Jimmy Kahn, which was awesome, which was 10 minutes long, which unfortunately should have been longer.
Yeah.
And then a 25-minute conversation with Michael Mann. And then there's a interview with Tangerine Dream, which I did not watch.
Oh, yeah.
And then that was it. And there's a commentary from 1995 on the disc.
Who's on the commentary?
Jimmy Kahn, Michael Mann, or maybe it was 2005. I think it said 95 though. It was some recording from some film festival where they talked about the movie in detail. So it was like a long time ago. I don't know where they fucking found that.
So it's probably cut up and then put on top of the movie.
I think so. Yes,
more so than actual commentary.
Yeah, it's probably like long breaks in between where it's like, tell me about this thing, Michael. But funny that you mentioned Tangerine Dream in the interview.
You did.
No, I mean you're saying that you like the soundtrack.
I do.
Stuck in your head. Yeah. Michael Mann doesn't know if he likes it or not, even to this day.
It's a bold choice.
He said he was going to use jazz. He likes jazz music. He's a big jazz guy. And he said Tangerine Dream was just a little too modern for him. And he was like, even to this day, he's like, I don't know if that should have been the choice I made on that one. I don't know.
I think
he's from Chicago.
It adds a nice element to it.
It does. I like it. I think it works.
And
it works for this. It doesn't work for Legend. If you go back and Tangerine Dream Legend soundtrack is a little like, I like the Jerry Goldsmith soundtrack better.
It's it did set like the Michael Mann synth score in motion because he does have his early movies especially.
Oh yeah.
Because he's the Miami Vice guy.
Yes.
And that carries over through Miami Vice. And I'm noticing while watching this, he didn't stray too far away from the same characters and same ideas for the first part of his career. until he got heat out of his system. He's like, all right, got that out of my system. Finally, I like perfected that thing I was going for. Now I'm going to move on.
And he made a TV movie that basically is a precursor to Heat. It's the same movie.
Because Thief is basically James Caan's character is basically De Niro's character in Heat.
Pretty much the same
and
idea.
He's got the TV movie that we talked about last week, and we didn't want to talk about the actual. We brought it up last week, I should say. But it's just like the same ideas, and he's like slowly perfecting it, and then comes out with Heat, which is both like we both love that movie so much.
Masterpiece. Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go do other stuff now.
Yeah, I did Last Mohicans. I got that out of my system. Now I can do Heat.
Yeah. Something about working with Daniel Day-Lewis. He's like, oh, the cop and the bad guy. Oh,
can you imagine if Daniel Day-Lewis was in Heat?
What would he be?
If I had coffee with Macaulay half an hour ago.
Yeah. Can't watch my fucking TV, Ralph.
You can bone my wife, but you can't watch my fucking TV.
I would love it if he played Ralph and he's just in there for one scene to go.
Yeah.
Poor Ralph, who had no idea she was married.
Exactly. It's not his
just
fault.
like, I had no fucking idea, man.
I'm sorry, Al Pacino.
She wasn't wearing the ring, and she hated. You don't have any shit at home.
Yeah, that's exactly. There's no pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
And
Xander Berkeley.
I know she has a suicidal daughter that is going to get hot and divorced.
And she's then really annoying.
Oh, she's a fucking horrible. I hate Natalie. Natalie Portman, like I remember, like used to be my crush growing up, and then you got to know her like personality. It's like, oh god, she's awful.
Yeah, I agree. I had a crush on her. Mine wasn't the personality. It was I started watching some of her movies, and I'm like,
she's a terrible actress.
She's not a good actress, is she?
No, she's not. She cries.
Good kid actress,
right?
Her ears. I noticed one movie. I noticed her ears are like at an angle, like normal ears, and hers are like this. I'm like,
my god!
All I could focus on after that, and I was like, oh, she's terrible, isn't she?
Yeah, she's getting closer. I'll give her closer.
Yeah, she's good. She definitely is good in movies.
She can be.
She just keeps doing the same thing.
Yeah, well, like Red Letter Media, she cries. She acts like a retard. She cries, and that's all she can do. That's her range.
I found a picture of her ears.
Oh, good. I'm curious now to see this.
It's been bugging me for years. They're just like very sideways.
She's got like elf ears.
Look at those things.
Yeah, they're pretty.
It's almost at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. She should get an ear job.
It's just bizarre.
Yeah. Fucking unbelievably ugly woman because of her ears. I'm gonna judge her on her ears.
No, it's I feel so bad for actresses. It just constantly they're already judged enough by the time they get to the screen.
Exactly. Yeah.
Got to deal with dudes like us who are unfuckable.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, baby, you the guy wants some of this, right?
You're like a 9.2, you ugly bitch.
Fix your fucking ears, you 8.
Yeah.
Fucking loser.
I'm sure she's a sweetheart.
No, she's
but
not.
It's just
awful. She's an awful human being. She just got divorced. Her husband, I think he was cheating on her, and she was probably in an open relationship anyway. That's what actors do.
He's just staring at her ears when she's
just, won't I marry you?
Pretend to sleep.
I don't know why he's Daniel Day-Lewis again.
She was married to Daniel Day-Lewis for a little while.
I can't be married to you anymore.
Because he's 60 and she's 40. It's very strange.
I want to be a haberdasher now. I can't look at you in the face anymore.
I'll kick you with my left foot.
In the name of my father. I'll take you back to the gangs of New York so you get out of my face.
Are you gonna take our child out of here? Why don't you carry him in a basket? He'll be don't say it, honey. Don't say it, honey.
A phantom thread.
A phantom in yeah, he's a phantom thread.
Oh God! I tried to watch Phantom Thread, couldn't do it.
I did the same thing with Inherent Vice.
I watched that in the theater. I saw that all the way through. I think I've seen it twice. And like I told you before, you need to watch that one scene where Joaquin Phoenix sees the heroin baby and he screams funny as shit. And he screams and out of utter terror he screams and he like composes himself. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can find that scene. Actually, you should look that up.
Crop that out.
Actually, yeah, look that up. Inherent Vice.
I can't play it for you because our YouTube thing.
Oh, well, you just play it. And I want to see your reaction on your end. Just type that scene in. The Inherent Vice scream. It should be something like that. Heroin baby, or I don't know.
That'll be a fun Google search.
Something like that. The FBI will have you have a team on your door. Excuse me, sir. You were looking up Inherent Vice videos. That's against the law. Because that movie is.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Is infuriating.
Oh God, it's got another woman I thought was super attractive in one movie, then bugged the shit out of me.
Oh, which one?
The Donnie Darko girl.
Maggie Gyllenhaal?
No. Well, her too.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah, that girl.
Down at Oscars.
How far should I go here?
I can hear it.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did fix it then.
I can hear it.
Yeah, I did it.
Push play again.
I had just run into this bathroom stall without checking first.
I can hear it.
Okay, good.
So fast forward, she's gonna hand him a picture, and that's when you gotta watch it. Is when she hands him a picture.
Okay, here's the picture.
This is what we had her looking like. Everybody helpfully pointed out how the heroin was actually coming through my breast milk, but who could afford formula, you know?
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best part of the movie. That and James Brolin Josh Brolin eating pancakes at a Japanese restaurant.
Like. Everybody helpfully pointed out how the heroin was actually coming through my breast milk, but
No, he is. I love him. He has surprisingly very good comedic timing.
Oh, Joaquin Phoenix is a genius. He's just an idiot. He's just insane.
All right, hold on one second here, but
He's an insane person.
Yeah, well, I think he also leans into that kind of caricature of him.
Well, because he did that movie, the what was it? The God, I'm Not There movie. Did you ever watch that?
No, I don't think anyone did.
No one did. I saw it. It's bizarre. It's awkward, especially when he calls prostitutes and he's doing coke off their tit, and it's just like, oh, this is weird.
Well, everyone believed that it was real when he's like, he's lost his mind. I'm like, no, he's doing a bit. Like, clearly he's doing a bit.
This is Andy Kaufman jokey shit. Like, that's what he's doing.
And I think because we were in Andy Kaufman, I think we both recognized that it wasn't him acting crazy. He was doing
absolutely.
That Crispin Glover thing. Crispin Glover played into that too.
Yeah.
I'm the big weirdo. Look at me.
Right, yeah.
But Tom Green kind of did a similar thing. He was just, way out there with it.
I'm Crispin Glover. I talk like this.
It's not a bad Crispin Glover impression.
Everything is like a half orgasm, but I'm offended and shamed at myself at the same time. I don't like confrontations.
I was wearing something I shouldn't have been wearing.
Oh. What was that? I didn't even notice.
Nothing.
Oh my God. Is it not Trouble in Paradise, is there?
No. Just like to separate work and
it's a name badge or something like that. Oh, I see. Get your information. Yeah, just watching this. Now we had 2 viewers, now we have 0. I think they saw it and they immediately called your work.
It must have been it.
You have to fire this man.
So Thief.
Yes.
I do agree with Michael Mann. Going back to the music, I do agree that with Michael Mann, for some scenes, the music did seem out of place. Because it's like this building song, and I'm like, kind of like at the end too, is kind of standing out. I'm trying to find the scene. The scene I sent you was like toward the end.
Oh, the when he was blowing up his businesses. Yeah, because it kind of crescendos and has that weird shot when he blows up the bar. It has like that weird slow motion explosion shot.
And that's right here.
It's an odd choice.
The bar. Okay, here's the bar. So, plot line in the movie, because a lot of people haven't seen this. Do you want to get into that? Do you want to do a quick run through?
Thief is a pretty standalone story. Jimmy Kahn is a professional thief. He's been out of prison for 4 years. He went to prison for 10. Basically, he went to prison for stealing $40, and he got in an altercation in prison because he was going to be part of this like fuck train. and he beat him. He basically killed somebody to get out of it.
He did admit that he killed him because he goes, and as soon as he was gone, and then he died.
Yeah,
he says it at the end of the speech. Damn, okay.
Yeah, well, he died. Not that he was going to be missed.
Nobody's going to miss him.
Nobody's going to miss this guy. You 400 pounds and 20 pounds of shit or something like that. He's describing the guy. But yeah, and then his mentor is Willie Nelson.
I love that.
Willie Nelson just shows up for a minute and then
he was great.
Dies. Yeah, he's good.
He died?
Yeah, he died. Don't you remember that part?
No. I was going to mention at some point, I had to watch the first half of the movie on my phone, which I hate doing.
Oh, yeah.
It was the only time I could make it to the show on time.
Yeah.
And still watch the movie. So I didn't see Willie Nelson die. No.
Okay. Well, that happens toward the end.
Does it really?
Kind of in the middle. It's kind of like the Act 2 when everything starts to fall apart. Basically, it's the Act 2 fail. Basically,
I went downstairs and watched the rest of the movie when there was like 40 minutes left on Pluto, which means like 30 minutes left of actual movie. So I guess I watched the first hour or whatever on my phone.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour and 4-minute movie.
Yeah, with Pluto though, they add in the commercial time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's stupid, but
how many episodes Pluto? How many commercials do they have on it? Because
not that many. It would play up a lot, and then it would just. But I hate when commercials on streaming are just like,
oh, they're horrible.
Here's the movie. It's like this.
Yeah.
And then it's sign up for the new Visa stick, and it's like, oh my god,
buy my product, you fuck.
Yeah, it's like 10 times the volume. Like, yeah. Sorry, continue.
And I thought that was an FCC thing. They couldn't do that, but they do it all the time.
It's like a Monty Python sketch.
Yeah, they raise the volume on anything
they're
trying to sell. Yeah.
People think something's wrong with your
TV. And so, and Jimmy Kahn just divorced his wife, which is off screen. He has affairs. He's not a very good husband, but he decides at this moment to change his life. He meets up with Tuesday Wells. Yes.
I didn't want to interrupt, but are you talking about Jimmy Kahn or are you talking about the character?
Jimmy Kahn's character. Well, in real life, he was already divorced about 3 or 4 times at this point.
That's why I want to slow down and specify.
Living at the Playboy Mansion for about 6 years and then deciding, I gotta fix my life probably. But he goes
he shit out Scott.
Yeah, he got Scott out. And Scott's a good man though. I saw his Michael Ray. He's a good guy. I like Scott. I like Scott Kahn a lot. He was like, that's pretty cool. He turned out to be a pretty decent dude.
He's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, and he's funny. He's a good dude. But Thief, he's trying to course correct his life now. He's got like in his head, he wants to do like 4 more scores and then retire and get out of the job. He doesn't want to steal anymore. But he takes down high-end scores, like 6 figures plus deals.
Yeah.
And he does his own thing. Very De Niro-esque. Same idea.
Same exact character.
Same character.
Meets up with a lady, decides to fall in love. Hey, if anything goes wrong, I got to be able to step away. And he does the exact same thing, just walks away from her. Only this, he goes, get the fuck out.
Well, no, that's it. They talked about that in the interview because he goes, Michael Mann was like, Jimmy Kahn's playing a character that basically is conditioned to when everything goes to shit, you drop everything.
Yeah.
Like that's your discipline.
Yeah.
You are out. Like you are done. Anyone connected to you is done. You have to drop it and it's over because you're done. You're dead. He thinks he's going to die. That's why he does that. Because he doesn't want to live anymore. He's going to die. He's going to go attack Prosky and he's expecting to die. And he doesn't. Spoiler alert.
But
we'll get kind of like, oh shit. He just walks away, and that's the end of the movie.
It is definitely something I want to talk about, but
yeah,
we'll get there when we get there.
And this is actually, I think this is a great character actor's first movie. Not Jim Belushi, which I don't really care for him.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. I think actually this might be his first movie.
Dennis Farina.
I figured
that's what you're gonna bring up.
Yeah, he shows up as a lineless henchman, and he's just like, wow.
Was Farina in the movie before the end shootout?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
So you didn't. Okay, so you saw the scene where Prosky's talking to him on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you saw that whole scene, and you saw him dump Jim Belushi's body, right?
Yes, in the water.
So did you not?
What the hell that was?
Did you not see Jim Belushi get killed?
I did.
Yeah,
that was. Yeah, I didn't get to watch it that clearly. I'll say that. I was trying so hard to watch this and pay attention, but
Dennis Farina is the one that shoots Jim Belushi.
Okay, good. Thank you.
He shot with the big gun and he blows him away. That's who does it.
I was like, God, I want to watch this, but I'm like, I got the kid waking up, and then I'm trying to do other stuff, and I'm like, and I keep rewinding because I'm like, I'm not missing the scene.
Right.
So I keep rewinding and then watching the scene again, and be like, oh, I actually didn't miss anything. Like I was getting pissed, but I was like, I'm gonna sit down and rewatch this movie again, like for sure.
Oh, I'm glad I bought it on Criterion. I was always going to buy it.
It's a fun hangout movie, like because there's not a whole lot going on, but it's just a fun atmosphere to hang out in.
Yeah. Did you see the adoption scene though? The adoption agency scene, at least.
Saw that.
Where he goes, give us a black cheek baby that nobody wants. We'll take that one. How about that? Give me that.
Like, you got a black Jew baby back there. We'll take that one. Oh my God!
There's got to be a lot of babies that nobody wants. We'll take it.
He lists like every combination of possible ethnicities for a baby they'll take, and she's like,
so funny.
So then they got to go and get a black market baby.
Yeah, well, you saw that scene? Then Robert Prosky said, "I get you a baby."
I didn't see that. That just showed up with a baby, and I was like, "All right, I guess I got him a baby," and I assume it was black market.
Okay, Rob, he goes to see Robert Prosky.
No matter how much I missed.
Look, hey, Prosky tells him, "Look, your family. You work for me. Your family. What do you want? Like, you want a kid? You want to have you're having a problem with adoption? I'll get you a kid right now." He goes, "I got people black market babies that I can buy them." And they sell them all the time. He goes, you get a black market baby and give me which one do you want? You want a black baby? You want a white baby? You want a brown baby? I'll get you whatever you want. I get you 3 of them. What do you want? I'll get you tonight. And that's what he said. I take care of my people. And that's when and they get the kid, and that's why at the table in the Chinese restaurant, Jimmy Cahn's all messed up. It's
so
before that scene, Willie Nelson died before that moment.
What the fuck?
And that's why she says, "What was his real name?" And he said, "David." And she goes, "Let's name him David." He goes, "David." And he goes, "Yeah, hey, his name's David." That's
I didn't know they were talking about Willie Nelson. Okay,
that's why. Yeah, that's what.
I hate coming to the show unprepared and missing scenes.
That's fine.
This is a section of the movie I missed a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a 4-minute part of the movie because he gets a call and he has to run and. It's actually that's the scene because Prosky tells them, "I can get you a kid." He gets the phone at the bar, and the phone tells him, "Oh, Willie Nelson's in the hospital." He goes to the hospital after that moment.
Is it this scene?
Yes, before after that, right after this scene, he goes to Willie Nelson.
Okay.
What is this, dear fucking Abby? You trying to adopt a kid?
It's funny. I heard that line, but I didn't hear the rest of it apparently.
Right.
So this scene and the next one are the ones I missed.
Okay, yeah. This is him telling them, "I can get you a baby. I can get you one right now. What do you want? I take care of my people." He talks about, "I take care of my people, your family."
Drop of energy, wham, bam, magic, Sam. There's something sacred there.
He looks so much like my grandpa. My mom's dad.
Oh wow.
Well, I told you we talked about this a while ago. I don't know if you remember, but 1 hour photo of the Robin Williams.
Oh my God.
He looks just like my grandpa. It's creepy.
Oh Jesus.
But this is in the same vein.
That's hilarious.
That's my aunt.
And they're at a bar too, so that's really
they're at his bar. They're at Jimmy Cahn's bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Oh man, I completely missed this.
Yeah, because the lawyer called him and he just got out of the hospital, or he just got out of the joint.
Okay.
He dropped down on the stairs leaving the prison.
And it's funny because now that I see this, I remember like this, looking down at my phone and be like, oh, and then not really registering it. But
right.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to, because I want to play that music here in the blowing up the car or the diner. So he dies. What happens from there? He gets the baby. They name him David. He does the heist, and that's why I messaged you. I'm like, I now know how to break into a safe.
Exactly.
You watched the entire thing. Like,
and how big is that fucking soldering rod? It's a fucking 20 feet long.
all
Just
the shit
great.
behind me on my side is the flames from the blowtorch where they're breaking into the safe.
Yeah,
you really watch them like go from all the way left, all and slowly.
I just love the technical side of this movie.
Yeah,
I was just like, that's how you do it. You just like you find out, hey, it's made out of this metal, this steel. What can cut through that? I can cut through it in like half an hour with this temperature, and just that's all you can do. You can't bypass the locks. All you can do is cut it in half. Like that's all you can do.
They're cutting it and they're like working on the alarm system there in the ceiling and stuff.
Yeah.
And then once Jimmy Kahn's part is done and the other guy's breaking into the safe, he just sits in a chair
and smokes and
just stares at him. And I was like, this is so good as an actor. Like this is I don't know. I love just he just.
Well, apparently, we're at the beginning of the movie where he's breaking into the safe.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I guess he really did that because he was doing the scene, and the guys that were the technical advisors on the movie, who are in the movie, the thieves who were professional thieves, were the cops, were the crooked cops. Those were the thieves.
Oh, really?
The real thieves. Yeah, those were real thieves.
That
in Chicago.
John Santucci.
Yeah. And the other guy, the guy that said Jimmy Kahn, the last cop that talks to him, and Jimmy Kahn goes, "Why don't you work for a living and take your own scores?"
Yeah.
That's the other thief. That's the other real life thief. And I guess Michael Mann said he met these guys and they're geniuses. And like even Jimmy Kahn was like, these guys could be physicists. They're smart. They just wanted to steal. They just stole. And they never worked with guns. They never hurt anybody. It was all insurance backed jobs. So like whoever they robbed, they'd be covered by insurance. And that's why they were just like respected. Like cops, you could arrest them, but all the cops and the thieves got along because it was business.
Yeah.
It was a job. And the thieves though were so fucking smart, like they could break anything. And basically, Jimmy Kahn was like, I was so enamored by these guys because they're nice guys, they're fun guys, and they're just smart. Like they could do anything. They could have been, like he said, they could have been physicists, but they chose to be thieves. It's like that's what they were. Like these guys were just the intelligent guys.
Yeah,
could figure. He goes, anything a man can make, a man can break, and that's what he basically said. He was like, "Oh, that's cool."
True.
And he goes,
looking at that guy. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but just that the opening, Jimmy Kahn really did break open that safe, and everybody goes, "Hey, Jimmy!" They're all clapping, and he goes, "That was like the proudest day as an actor I ever was on a movie."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "I got to use it in real life because," he goes, "my sister, God rest her soul, she had one in my house. I bought her a house, and it had a safe in the floor, and she locked it. She couldn't open it, and she said, 'Jimmy, can you open this safe? Because you were a thief in that one movie. Don't you know how to open these things?'" And he said, "Actually, yeah." And he did it. And he was like, "Oh, I was proud to do that for my sister." It was hilarious.
Well, good for him.
And this is produced by his brother, which we found out just by figuring out the last name.
As soon as I started last night, I was watching the credits, and I forget his name by now, but
Ronnie Kahn, something like that.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Ronnie or Robbie.
They just said Ronnie Kahn. I'm like, who the fuck is Ronnie Kahn? So we looked it up. And like, it's basically like his very identical looking older brother.
Right.
Yeah. Tell. Then I found pictures of him and Scott Kahn, and I was like, they got a little family thing going on here. That's cool. I didn't know about this guy.
Yeah, no. Apparently, he's a real life thief, and he worked with Michael Mann a lot and John Santucci. Yeah,
I do
what
see.
What credits does he have?
His first movie was Thief. He then did Crime Story with Farina, which I wonder if he met him on this and decided to work with him. He was on Miami Vice.
Yeah.
So then he was in LA Takedown, but then he didn't work with Michael Mann again as far as acting goes. Let's look up additional crew. Crime Story. Yeah, that's it.
I'm sure he was like a technical advisor and a bunch of stuff, and just you don't hear about it.
I love that.
Yeah, I tell you how to rob that place.
There's a whole scene where the cops try to shake him down, and he freaks the fuck out on him. He's like, "You're gonna buck me, or get the fuck off my car!" And he drives off.
Yeah, get the fuck off my car.
That was my favorite. The guy keeps going. The cop keeps going. How much you pay for this? Where do you get this?
Right,
Like, go to a fucking car dealer. And then he drives off, and then later they do the heist, and then he goes back to his boss, and he's like, when this is a scene where they kill Jim, where they're like Jim Belushi, where they're like, you don't play the game, you didn't pay off the cops at all, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And he's just like, so your partner's dead because of you, and then we're gonna kill your wife and kid, and that's don't fuck with us, basically. And then he just goes into like fire mode.
He blows everything up,
blows everything he owns down.
It's basically that's Michael Mann saying this is him degrading to the prison, his prison self where nothing matters. He's dead. He's a walking dead man, and he accepts it. And he's just like, this is it. I'm gonna go kill these guys and die in the process and move on. And that's it. That's my life. It's over. And he actually comes out okay.
Yeah, I don't think he, like you said, I don't think he planned on living, but it's like,
no,
kind of nice that he did.
Yeah.
Let me share the movie, not so much the. There we go. Talking about the music here.
Right.
All that preamble just to get to this. Like, this is an actual rock song.
Rocket car.
This is where I don't agree with Michael Mann, because I think they did a good job in the music, because it like turns into almost like the neon hum of lights like this.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's perfect. I don't know. I really, the music was, other than like just the shots that Michael Mann does, which has always been one of my favorites. Favorite just filmmakers, just because of he knows how to shoot a scene. The music.
Oh
was
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely up there as far as one of my favorite parts of the movie. So I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know why he wouldn't like it.
Well, he goes back and forth on it. He seemed to be kind of just hesitant. It's like, yeah, because he used them again for Manhunter, so it's not like he didn't get along with them. So like you said, he always uses a kind of synth score, because Insider, fuck, another Michael Mann masterpiece.
That's another one I need to rewatch.
Oh god, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. That's a great movie.
Yeah, I've only seen that movie once.
Brown and Williamson. The Insider, Tarantino talked about that movie. He goes, they make it it's a movie about corporatism and being a
cigarette
a whistleblower, and it turns into this like thriller where they're like putting bullets in his mailbox, which that didn't happen, but it works. It's Michael Mann. It works, okay, and like it's a great movie. But and because he's comparing it to like The Keep. He said The Keep's an awful movie. Yeah, and like he did Thief, which was like amazing. When Thief came out, like he said, everybody copied Thief because of the wet roads. Because it's the first movie where everything's wet. And Michael Mann talked about that. He said the reason he did wet cement and wet streets is because he wanted to feel like Jimmy Kahn was in a prison in life, like in the city. Like the city was a prison. And he was a rat in a cage, basically. So everything was reflective, meaning there was a ceiling, like there was no sky, because you never see the sky. You see the water in the ocean, like he loves water. Michael Mann always has a motif with water.
He loves blue.
He likes blue. Oh, he loves blue.
He loves blue. Ali.
Ali
is the biggest.
Miami Vice is a blue movie.
Yeah. He loves the blue filters, the blue shadow, smoke in the blue.
Yes.
He just loves that visual, and it does work most of the time, so it doesn't bother me. But Ali is the most obvious one for me, because it's like, so this scene's gold and it cuts to just blue, and this goes back to gold, and you're like, God, stop it.
My eyes.
Yeah. Choose a different color.
Oh man, I haven't, I've never finished Ali. I need to watch that.
Oh, really?
Like, I've never really sat down to watch that one. I think Will Smith bugs me. I think I just don't buy him as Muhammad Ali. Because Muhammad Ali was
I can't disagree with that.
Like, Muhammad Ali was such a huge character in life that it's just like, I don't think anybody could really play him. I'm not trying to be, because Will Smith did a good job. It's just, it's hard for me to disconnect.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why. For some reason, like historical movies, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, why I can't get behind that movie is because of that fake ending, the happy ending with the Manson family. It's just like
Well,
that's not what
Tarantino's doing now.
happened. Yeah, just like
he has 3 movies where he's just doing remix history. You're like,
yeah,
okay, why?
I don't know. It's just it kind of makes me feel
That's why I hate Inglourious Bastards. Part of the reason.
I don't care for Inglourious Bastards. It's fine.
I just find it real stupid toward the end.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
Yeah,
I did. People love that movie.
People fucking love it.
It's a masterpiece, bro. Do you think it's like a dude bro movie?
I don't know what the hell it is, but I watch it. I'm like, I'm not entertained. I think it's stupid at the ending. I like the Christoph Waltz stuff. Michael Fassbender and Christoph Waltz are good in that. And I love that he does the opening scene is great. He does the tension stuff really well. The whole that he does that stuff is all great. But that's the movie. There's no plot really. It's just stuff happening, and then there's an ending that we changed in real life.
They're in the theater,
I should say.
When they shoot everybody.
You're like, oh, so it's a Tarantino movie now.
Do you think that the big black mark on that movie is Eli Roth?
No, I like the Bear Jew.
He didn't bother you with his Brooklyn accent, and
he didn't bother me. Also, BJ Novak was one of the.
Yes, he was. He's the only one that survives.
I don't mind the cast. The cast is not the issue. It's the script for me.
Right.
I don't care about what's happening. And then they kill Hitler, and you're like, so what am I watching? A movie from an alternate reality? Like, I just don't understand the appeal of it. The necessity to get to the next scene is gone for me.
Right. Yeah.
I just don't care. But that opening scene is fucking glorious. Like, I don't think you can deny that. That is a perfect opening scene.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, and that's why I think when I first saw it, like, oh, this is fucking great. It's gonna be great. And then the movie it starts, you're like, oh, okay.
It is perfectly paced, and the tension is palpable in that. And Thief does have that tension rising, especially toward the end when, as soon as he has him on the ground and he's telling him what he's gonna do, I'm like, okay, he's just gonna go after
he's
them.
Done. You don't fuck with Jimmy Kahn.
I didn't expect him to go home to his new wife, who he basically threatened to be a part of his life.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, so here's your stuff. All right. And she's like, sorry, what's going on? And he's like, no, you're leaving. She's like, but I made a commitment. He's like, I don't give a fuck, get out.
Now here's the thing. I'm giving you $170,000 in this box. Yeah. You give Joey outside. You give him $30,000 for the third month. You give him $20,000 for the first month, $25,000 for the second month, $30,000 for the third month. And if you still, he's gonna find a place for you to live. Don't ever call me again. Take the kid and fuck off.
And as an audience, we know why he's doing it. It's because he cares about her, but she's just like, what the fuck?
And she's basically wakes her up in the middle of the night. And at first I'm like, wait, are they in a hotel? Oh no, that's her house.
Yeah, it was their house.
He blows it up.
As soon as she leaves, I don't think he even looked to see if the kid was still in the house.
He
blows the house up, blows up his restaurant, blows up his car dealership, all his little fronts for his money.
Everything connected to him is gone. It's on fire. It's done.
And then he goes
nothing left
to the bad guy's house and for some reason knocks out the guard instead of killing him. But it was way noisier than if he just stabbed him or shot him.
And then I love the fact that Prosky's wife is watching TV and he's in there and she just looks at him and goes, whatever. Please go kill him. I'm watching Wheel of Fortune.
She's watching I was gonna say Murder, She Wrote.
Hey, Prosky's in this episode.
Yeah.
That's so surreal.
Hey. Yeah, we get a weird Tarantino twist.
No, but what sets that up is Jimmy Kahn. He basically meets up with Prosky because Prosky wants to work with him and take scores with him. But he says, like, well, he goes, because this is the setup for why Jimmy Kahn works with this guy. He says, like, look, I want to work with you because you take down high-end scores and you have a name and you're good. How about you work for me? Look, if you could do 3 scores and you could back out and be done. He goes, well, what? I don't want to work with you. He goes, look, I'll make you a millionaire by the time you're in 4 months, you'll be a millionaire. He says, this is high-end stuff, nothing smaller than 6 figures, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, Yeah, think about it. Whatever. Go join a fucking social club or whatever. Because go join a country club. I'm gonna fuck. He walks away.
He goes, "You'll make a lot of friends." He's like, "What? If I'm making friends, I'm gonna go to the fucking. I go to the country club."
Yeah, friends. What are you talking about? Yeah. And I love that monologue that he has with Tuesday Weld. He goes, "I have $500 silk shoes, silk shirts. I got a gold watch,
$800 suit."
Yeah. I go through cars like guys go through socks.
He's like, "I'm a thief."
Yeah, a thief. Yeah.
And then she does her whole like, "How you live? You never know when you're going to die. You can go to jail." And she's like, "So what? You're marrying me." She's
Your life sucks too. Your life is shit. Come live with me.
He forces her to marry him, and then she's like, "I'm on board." And he's like, "Get the fuck out of here." She's like, "What do you want?"
I want you to get out of here so I can blow up this house.
Poor lady was so confused. She's like groggy because she wakes up and he's like
packing.
Talks in riddles when she wakes up.
Yeah.
He's like, "It wasn't what they said it would be, so it can't be."
Yeah.
You know what that means, right? And she's like,
it's very Jimmy Kahn.
No.
I think Jimmy Kahn did this in real life.
Get the fuck out.
I think this is how he divorced all his wives.
Probably.
This is how it's going to be. They know about me. They know what's going on. It's not what I wanted, but you got to go.
All right, I want to play
Scotty,
that.
Take Scotty. Take him out of here.
I just want to play what he says to her when she wakes up because it is in riddles. Okay, here it is.
It's so cold too. It's just, oh my god, he's so awful. Because he's cold.
She literally yells, "Does nothing mean anything to you?"
Get out.
Don't you understand?
Oh, it was right before that. Damn it. 140, 139. Okay, here.
Joseph.
Just gonna mute it here for a second because he does a phone call. All right, here we go.
Frank?
She's just waking up.
Wake up the kid.
Wake up the kid.
You were going away. It's not what was supposed to be. It can't be this way. Don't you understand?
That's what he says to her. That's her explanation.
Does that work in a breakup? I should have.
Understandably, she goes, "No, man, you got nothing." What?
Oh?
Explain this to me like I'm not you, and I don't know what just happened.
I'm not a hardened ex-con out of prison. Go.
Yeah.
Do your improv style. Go.
The way it is, it can't be. So, wake up the kid. You got to go.
You got to go. It's $137,000. Give Joey. You got to take care of it. Here's $20,000 first month.
Yeah, she does the math. He does a bunch of complicated math while she literally just 1 second ago went.
Can I have coffee? Did you make coffee for me before you go do this?
She fell asleep right there. In that clip she showed. She goes, "No."
Yeah.
Like she just took 7 Ambien. If Twitter was around, she would have pulled a Roseanne Barr. But no, she wakes up and Jimmy Kahn's like, "Hit the road, toots."
Oh man,
poor lady. Anyway, he sneaks into his house. He knocks out the bad guy. He just really quickly shoots the bad guy, the main bad guy.
Is this the only movie where the guy gets a headshot and he goes, "Ah!" He shoots him twice. He shoots him. He's dying. Okay. He's coming up. He shoots him, and he's bringing the gun up. He's going to shoot him again, and Will Ferrell, Jimmy Kahn blows him away. He goes, "Ah!"
I did laugh pretty good during this because
I was like, "Well, I don't think I've seen that in a movie since."
This is the scene. Funny enough, when I went, God, he looks just like my grandpa. Just a drunken slob on the ground,
dying on the floor with blood all over his
shirt. God, grandpa. Fond childhood memories. Oh, let me turn the sound back on. He does scream after he gets shot. Then he goes.
Yeah, and he shakes. Yeah, it's violent.
And then he goes. Ugh.
It's fucking hardcore.
It's like right up there with the overacting level of Paul Rubens in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
A little bit.
You hear the music here, the Pink Floyd sounding music.
Yes, it is Pink Floyd here. Yeah. Oh, we don't get you don't get fined for this.
I'm just gonna show the shoot in the head, then the scream. That's all I'm gonna play. Convulses for a minute, then I'm dead, and the blood's gone from his head.
Yeah, because it looks like he shot him in the head, right?
He did.
Yeah, he did. And he goes, ah!
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense.
I mean, yeah,
you have a
depends on the
delayed
caliber.
reaction. I guess that would make sense because they say if you cut your head off, you can see for half a second or 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, but the thing with cutting off your head is your brain's not damaged.
Right. This is your head. Just your
bullet going through your head.
Yeah.
Your brain is Swiss cheese.
You just got what do you call it from The Departed, where they got shot in the back of the head. It was the oh God, why am I blanking on what it's called?
You're sick.
Funny.
You're a sick fuck, Francis.
You really need to find. You gotta get some help, Francis.
Oh my God, I love that movie.
He walks away in his mom jeans. His leather coat and mom jeans.
Out of nowhere, from the neighbor's house, Dennis Farina with an assault rifle comes hopping across, and he's like, and he falls down, all in slow motion, falls down, and then the guard who he knocked out with the milk, as far as I'm concerned, is
you want a glass of milk?
And he shoots that guy.
That was bizarre. You want a glass of milk? No.
It was right up there. When we watch Manchurian Candidate, we might do that next week. I still haven't decided.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's a great milk shooting scene where the guy's holding a carton of milk like this. He's like, oh, fuck. And then he shoots. You don't see the bullet hit the guy. You just see milk pouring out. And he's like,
oh, nice. Yeah.
Just falls over. It's great.
Oh, nice. That's great.
I fucking love that movie. But anyway, he shoots him. And then Farina gets back up and puts a bullet right here in Jimmy Kahn's shoulder, but he's wearing a vest. I almost said life preserver. He's wearing a bulletproof vest.
This guy thinks he's gonna drown. He's wearing a life preserver.
Yeah. And then he shoots Dennis Farina a few times off screen, and then Dennis Farina falls over in slow motion. And Jimmy Kahn walks away to the most off-putting music for this scene.
Yes.
This should I don't know what they should have played here, but this just felt weird.
Maybe
it's loud rock music.
Yeah, maybe nothing would be better. Like
just or fade out as soon as he shoots Farina, just fade out into like a piano,
or even just not even fade. It's a hard cut to credits. Like,
yeah,
I don't think you even need a fade.
The music should fade, not the shot.
Yeah, it's very odd.
It just keeps playing very loudly. Sorry, I'll play it in its entirety.
It's almost like that Moby song that he had in Heat when Al Pacino gets in the helicopter and chases after De Niro. And it's like super loud and now.
Gotcha. I didn't realize that was Moby.
Shit. Yeah, it was Moby. It was one of his songs. It's in a few movies. Yeah, it's very Pink Floyd.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like it. Does it not feel like you're watching Halloween and this is Haddonfield?
A little bit.
It's just I just that's why I said I love the music, but there are moments where it just doesn't quite fit with the scene you're watching.
It's just almost overpowering a little bit.
I can see Michael Mann rewatching it and being like, oh, I wish we did something different there.
Right.
And having, looking back on it and being like, gosh.
But then he did that in other movies, though. It's not like this isn't.
But he probably learned.
Yeah, I mean, he does this in other movies.
How to control, not if it's a control, but how to be like, hey, can we not do like super aggressive here? Maybe we can do like softer or just a synth. Because Manhunter, this is mostly just synth going through it.
Right.
And Manhunter, I feel like, has far better music than this because it fits the style more of that movie, which is just a slower, like that music in that movie is almost like and just slowly grinds throughout the movie.
Right.
It does that, but then and I'm like, oh god.
Right.
So I can kind of agree with him that I like the music.
Yeah, but overall, what's your feelings on the film? Did you enjoy it? And
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's why I said I want to rewatch it. because I'm so pissed I had to watch it on my phone because I.
Do you think this will be a buy? Like you go to that store in Arizona and buy it on Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Zeal. I need to go back to that store. I'm going to go back and just blow $500 and buy a bunch of stuff in there.
So easy, man.
They got everything in there. They got toys.
I leave with
movies.
stacks of Blu-rays because you'll buy. I go to the they have a, under $5 section of Blu-rays, and I'm just like,
I think next time I have to bring a bigger suitcase so I cannot leave stuff at your house.
I feel so bad because I still have right here.
Oh, that's fine. I feel bad because I shouldn't have. I don't want to make him have a chore to do.
No, it's
mail that shit back to me.
I don't mind doing it, but I am like, and I'm like, I see it, and I'm like, God damn it, I keep forgetting. It's just, and I don't have time to go there most of the time. So
no, that's fine. It's not like it's like an important. It's $6 for a big ass board game and another board game that I could probably flip for $50. That's like a $25 game.
No, the other
one is too heavy.
Hell looking, but I'll send them out.
I gotta go back out there, and I gotta go back to that comic book store, that thrift store, that toy store, and the video store.
It's a good city for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I like Phoenix.
Yeah, thank you.
That's right. Yes.
No, my office is mostly packed now.
Yeah.
See, look, there's not much in here anymore.
Packed with nowhere to go.
I do. Oh, sorry, I can't show, but I do have your stuff sitting right there because before we move, I'm gonna go send it out.
Oh, sorry, you still moving or?
Yeah.
Oh, so you got the loan went through?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, last time I heard it didn't. You weren't moving.
Yeah, no, we're good there.
It's, good. Okay, great.
It's fucking stressful, man. That's why I haven't just have not either had time or the energy to do much.
Yeah.
This week is like the closing week, so that's why I'm like, I completely forgot to watch Thief, and I was
you have to sign a bunch of papers and
just nonstop. They're like,
my dad's going through that right now.
You got 16 emails you got to go through, and sign it all, and review it, and sign up for this and that and this and that, and it's like, and they're like, we need that by as soon as possible. Hurry up, and you're like, fucking calm down. Like this wasn't this fast back in the day. Why is it suddenly now it's a
right?
Like it has to be returned that fast.
Give me the money. Give me the money.
The money's not the problem. Like if they just wanted the money, I'd be like, here, shut up and go away.
Let me in. Give me the keys. Give me the keys. God damn it.
No, it's like you have to sign up for the insurance now. And you're like, oh Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh, by the way,
you gave me 22 minutes to sign up for it.
So this new house is going to have a way more simple bathtub that I could use. I had to figure out
I don't know.
The fucking Hellraiser puzzle box that was your shower.
It does require a blood sacrifice to turn on.
Like, holy shit, what is this? I was about ready to get one of those little like Lego buckets, just fill it with water and dump it on me and soap up and dump another load of water on me.
The best part is I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never used that shower before. It's our guest shower.
There's like a knob. You have to pull the bottom. And even your wife was like, oh, you know what? I think it's like this. And then she showed me, like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. And I was like, okay, it works. That's what you do. I was like,
the one in our bathroom. One in our bathroom, you just go turn on the water and you pull the little thing to make it come out of this.
Right, yeah.
I have no idea. This bathroom is literally right here. I have no idea what's going on in there.
Yeah, I was so confused for like the first hour, and everybody was asleep. I was like, "Oh fuck, what am I gonna do?"
It's like so dirty. I hate going to hotel rooms simply because of the showers.
Yeah,
where I'm like, I'm naked. Do I call someone now?
Come up, I need help with my shower.
He's like, all right, here you go, boss. Let me take care of that. No.
Thanks, Johnny.
Well, you're already halfway through. Might as well.
There's a $20 tip in it for you. But,
no, I really did enjoy the movie. I need to watch it again. I need to watch Jericho Mile.
Yes, I do too.
Which came out before this, but it was a TV movie.
Right.
The Keep, LA Takedown, and The Insider again. I gave The Insider 8 because I really did enjoy it. I just haven't seen it since it came out.
No, I love Insider. Insider's I could watch that movie like 10 times. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that, and I was like, I remember going like, that was really good, and then not watching it again. And
right.
You were telling me it was like, you're like, oh, so great, and I'm like, I don't remember it being like amazing.
No,
but I'm sure, like as an adult now, I rewatch it because I will admit my brain kind of combines two Kurt Russell movies from a year apart.
Yes,
which was this and Proof of Life.
Oh,
and Proof of Life sucks.
Russell Crowe. You said Kurt Russell.
Oh, sorry, Russell Crowe. Sorry, no, got my wrong. Russell.
Please, Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell is untouched.
Kurt Russell can do no wrong.
He can do no wrong.
He can.
He needs to do one more Escape from New York movie.
No, I don't think. I think he looked at Harrison Ford. He's like, not for me.
I think you could pull it off. Harrison Ford was just vanity, and they fucked up because the movie wasn't that bad. Indiana Jones wasn't terrible. It just wasn't good.
Because they
just was
had James Mangold make it. They didn't have Spielberg make it because he wasn't feeling saccharine about his youth. You know what I mean? Like James Mangold.
They killed Shia LaBeouf off screen in Vietnam, which is so bizarre.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's very like what?
Incredible. I want to watch that now. They killed
what? It's fucking dark. I was like, oh my god.
I hope Harrison Ford has a line where he goes, They put the mutt down in the Viet Cong put the mutt down.
No, basically it was I go back in time to stop my son from going to war and saving his life.
That is incredible.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I didn't like the character wasn't that great, but you don't fucking murder him off screen. I mean, Jesus.
In the great history of killing characters off screen.
Oh my God.
Independence Day Resurgence.
Yes.
That's another one.
Jesus Christ. What a terrible movie.
Oh, I love when characters get killed off screen.
He's been dead for 20 years because of cancer.
Really, we couldn't come to a conclusion on his contract, so we
fucking Robert Loesch is in the movie and he's dead. He died before the movie came out and he's alive in the movie.
Roseanne was killed off screen on her show, Roseanne.
Yes, that was awful.
That's got to be the ultimate middle finger.
Big time. I mean, she's the reason you guys are working.
They killed off the titular character and they went, no, we're going to take your last name, which isn't really yours. So,
oh man,
here's the Connors. Enjoy.
Jesus, man.
Oh, love it.
That's so fucked up.
I love Hollywood when they and I guess this would be a separate podcast, but fuck it, we're only at an hour. I love when they do the remakes and they're like, we can't resign,
right?
And they have to scramble to decide what they're gonna do with their established characters of the franchise, like Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley. They're like, don't mention them.
Don't even mention them. Yeah, that was like 10 years ago. Shut up.
Don't even mention them. And then they brought in like some fucking. I feel like that kid was on the spectrum, and they brought in some other girl. He had basically a mermaid he had to save in that movie, and they're like,
right.
They're the new versions of them. Just try to ignore the Orlando Bloom, Keira Knightley stuff.
I want to help you, mermaid, fish woman. I love you.
They're there for the Fountain of Youth. It won't matter. It doesn't matter. That movie fucking sucked.
Ian McShane's in it. I think.
No, that was the Hobbit. That was the Hobbit. No, was that him? Yeah, that was him.
There's 5 of them.
Yeah, that one's the Ian McShane one. Sorry,
he's in one of them.
He plays Blackbeard. Yeah.
Oh, Javier Bardem's in the last one.
Javier Bardem's in the last one. The last one was not bad.
I didn't see that one.
Definitely the worst one is the Ian McShane, which sucks because I love Ian McShane. And
right.
He's perfect for that franchise. He really is. Exactly. He's like born to play Blackbeard, but the movie fucking sucks.
Oh yeah, again, it's that Johnny Depp. You watch Johnny Depp, you're like, was he a good actor ever, or was this just all a big scam?
I said this 20 years ago.
Yeah.
When I wrote 100 Things That'll Burn Hell, I said Johnny Depp, fuck him. I was like, it's a scam. He attaches himself to very talented directors. Think like Tim Burton, Terry Gilliam, and all those early directors. Jim Jarmusch got him started.
Right, yeah, Dead Man.
Like that sort of stuff. It got him started. And then once those guys stopped using him, all those other movies suck.
Right.
Like, what's another good Johnny Depp movie that isn't done by one of those 3 guys?
I liked Nick of Time.
Nick of Time's done by a director, though.
Yeah, well, he's had some work, but that's a good movie. I like Nick of Time, but Christopher Walken is what makes Nick of Time work.
Yeah, Johnny Depp is just the guy with glasses there.
Yeah, he's just in it. But he's playing a straight man, which I guess that's the whole point anyway. So
yeah,
it works. He's not overdoing it. So I mean, I don't know. I don't hate Johnny Depp, but I don't love Johnny Depp. It's just weird. It's like I like him, but I don't know. I
But
just think he's just a goofy wannabe rock star that never happened.
I don't think
And
he's a good actor. I
yeah,
really
it's
don't.
just,
I think
he fooled everybody.
I think he's a really good at choosing roles. He's like DiCaprio. DiCaprio's
Right,
best strength is choosing scripts.
right,
He choose this will make I can be really good in this movie.
right.
Here, Marty, make this movie
Exactly.
with me in it because I think
Here, Christopher Nolan.
yeah, here Nolan, here
Yeah,
Tarantino, like that
help
sort of
me.
thing. But
Yeah,
he's really good at choosing scripts.
yeah,
Even the movies that aren't that good, he's good at choosing the scripts because like Blood Diamond isn't that great of a movie, but it's good for him.
right. Yeah,
It's not much character. He just screams and saves people. That's all.
right.
That's all he ever does.
Yeah,
But Johnny Depp, I'm looking at like even Nick of Time you mentioned John Badham who directed
right.
that. He
Yeah.
did a bunch of movies like War Game,
Yeah.
Short Circuit, Saturday Night Fever, Stakeout, fucking tons of stuff.
Yeah, Nick of Time is like a modern day Hitchcock movie.
Bird on a Wire, the most played movie on TNT of all time.
Yes, it is.
Point of No Return, Blue Thunder.
And Bird on a Wire, I always thought Elton John was the villain in Bird on a Wire. For
6
some
episodes of Night Gallery.
Me? Oh, actually, you're right. I do remember seeing John Badham's name on
Yes.
the gallery.
So
Wow.
ones we've done. He
Oh,
did.
shit.
We didn't watch that. Cool Air, I think.
Mm,
He did Green Fingers. We actually like that one.
that's a good one. That's
Yeah. The Girl with the Hungry Eyes. That one wasn't terrible.
Oh, right. That was the one where like he's gonna kill her husband. Is that the one that he meets her at a bar?
Yeah.
Oh no, he draws her eyes
Yeah.
in the police sketch and saying like that's what she is, and then her eyes
Wasn't
her eyes burn
terrible.
out. Yeah, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't.
You can come out now, Mrs. Milliken, and then the Doll of Death. Well, I don't think we've done either of those. But the point is, the guy knows what he's doing, can make movies. So, what's the Johnny Depp movie where Johnny Depp was like, "Oh my god, he's so fantastic"? The Tourist, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's his movie that he
Mordecai
shines in that wasn't made?
Mordecai.
And it's become apparent because even as like Tim Burton's passion for filmmaking has clearly died.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp therefore looks terrible in his most recent movies.
Well,
He
yeah.
doesn't give a shit anymore.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is awful. That's an awful movie.
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows I don't hate, but I never rewatched.
I was doing a semicolon at the end of that sentence.
Okay.
Dark Shadows. Johnny Depp isn't that good in it.
No.
Everyone else is fine. It feels like they're like Johnny Depp's not bad in it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a Tim Burton Johnny Depp movie. It feels like it's kind of like I don't know. It's got a weird story and it's kind of interesting in a weird way, but it's not good.
No.
Michelle Pfeiffer is chewing up the scenery in that movie.
Oh, Grace Moretz is a werewolf.
Yeah, she's great. I love her.
I like her. She was good in that. I enjoyed her in that.
She's always fun to watch.
Just don't ever watch Carrie because it doesn't work.
No, she just does too much of the.
But she's too cute. The Carrie's supposed to be fucking ugly, and she's fucking even in Carrie. Like, what's her name?
Sissy Spacek.
Oh god, Sissy Spacek wasn't that ugly. She was kind of cute. She was kind of sexy in her outfit.
She had that look
she
where
did have that weird.
She was mousy. The mousy,
freckled freak.
Yeah, freckled, shy, and like kind of.
Yeah.
But the mother, her scenes with her mother made you realize what she was, and then the remake in 2013, it was Chloe Grace Moretz, who's.
Oh yeah.
If you ask me, like, I mean, she's way younger than me. I'm not being creepy. I'm just saying, like, she's a beautiful woman. Like, she's super attractive.
Right. Well,
and then you have her mother, who's also super attractive, trying to be super crazy with her, and it's like,
it doesn't work.
I'm not buying it. Sorry, guys.
It was a big disappointment when I saw it. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, it just
watched it in the theater once, and that was it.
You needed the monster effect.
Yeah, you needed
put the monster makeup on her a little bit, like Charlize Theron. You needed to ugly her up.
Ugly her up, yeah. Make her fugly.
Oh, speaking of which, I did finish all the Fast and the Furious movies.
Oh my god!
I know you've been anticipating my reviews.
Oh my god!
Can I say this? They're all fine. They're all
right.
Whatever. I gave them all 6s for the most part.
Yeah, yeah.
They're fine, inoffensive, except for 3. That the Tokyo Drift one. That one's boring. I don't care. The 9th one though, fuck that one. Fuck that one so hard.
Never saw it.
They went to space in that one.
I thought they went to space in 10.
No, it was a 9.
Was it 9? Oh
and
man.
Pete Davidson shows up and does some comedy bits. It's fucking stupid. I hate that movie.
Wow.
And then 10 is fine. But I didn't realize 10 wasn't the last one. It's not the final Fast and the Furious. It's a cliffhanger. It's a 2-parter apparently, because they stop right. It's like Infinity War. They stop right when shit gets real.
So is X is X is going to be X.5 or X point
X1
IV?
No, that'd be 14.
Well, what point? Like it's half. I don't know. Point V.
Are you doing decimals with the
X
Roman
point
numeral?
V? Yeah, X point V. How about that? That works better.
X point V,
10.5.
Okay.
Go to a whole new
Sure.
level.
X point V part 2. Wait, what?
But didn't you say that in Fast 10 there's a flashback scene and Toretto?
That was a 9.
That was a 9. Okay,
that was 9 where they introduce the other wrestler. I'm bad with wrestlers. I don't give a shit about wrestling.
I couldn't tell you.
John Cena.
Okay.
Who's fine? Who's a better actor than most of the people in this movie?
John Cena's funny.
Yeah, John Cena's funny.
Peacekeeper is great.
I like John Cena. I just don't give a shit about wrestling, so I forget his name. But
yeah, no, John Cena actually isn't his real name either, by the way.
I would imagine, yeah.
So apparently, and this is what I heard on some
John
podcast.
Cenawitz. Oh god.
No. So John Cena, because
John
he's a wrestler.
Okay.
So McMahon is the guy. He makes the characters. So he has to pay McMahon money for royalties for using his name.
That is so much fun.
And they asked him, "Does that piss you off?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Look, say what you want. Vince McMahon, he's a great guy." He says, "This man made my career. Like he's the one that pushed me to be better at everything, saying I had the potential to be bigger." And he said, "You have that quality." And he says, "I'm going to call you. Your name's going to be John Cena, and you're going to be a bad guy in wrestling for a bit, and then we're going to make you the hero. But you got to be the heel for a while, and we want to train you
like so how to be that wrestling term."
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
Yeah,
and like he's the heel for a long time, and then he became the good guy, and now he's like he's in movies. He's doing well, and he's good.
I like him. I'll be honest. I have almost zero feeling. Like if it's like hate and love, right in the middle for The Rock. Feel nothing for the man.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't mind him in the Fast and the Furious movies, but then I like him in Moana. But then he does a ton of other movies where he's like giant apes I'll never fucking watch.
Skyscraper is one of the worst.
Apparently, he gave birth to Alexander Daddario. I don't know how that happened.
It wasn't easy, man, because I wanted to fuck that baby. I wanted to stick it in that baby.
Oh God!
Couldn't do it. The Beagle.
John Cena. I actually like watching. I think he seems like a good dude. And he does stuff on Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, because this is true. John Oliver will bring him on. He'll go, "We're going to cut to John Cena now. And keep in mind, this is true. We are the exact same age." Because they're born on the exact same day.
Wow. Oh, wow.
And he goes, "We're both 46. And he cuts to John Cena taking off his shirt. He's got a 6-pack. And he's like, "How are we the same age?" It's so funny every time.
Did you see Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
When he's in his tidy whities, he's shooting. Oh God, it's funny.
I didn't see the Peacemaker show though.
Peacemaker show is good.
Is it?
Fun. It's really funny.
So that's what sucks about.
He's great in it.
Our early days of starting the Hollywood is Dead thing went back before we talked about specific movies was streaming, and it sucks what happened to HBO Max, because they just canceled all their shows.
Well, Max is. I mean, everybody's streaming's done. I think it's going to be down to two services, and that's it. Because they're not making any money. It's a failure. It's a huge failure.
They won't be producing new shows, but they'll be trying to bleed out for a while.
They're going to buy. They're going to. Yeah. Well, did you see what happened to Dune? Got pushed back to 2024.
You told me that.
Oh my God, I'm so pissed. I'm like, God damn it. I don't want to wait another fucking 6 months for part 2.
I'm going to put a cut in here at some point. This is a separate episode.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that now. We don't need to talk about Thief anymore.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Oh, I gave Thief an 8.
Oh.
Or sorry,
yeah,
7.
I give it an 8. I feel like it's an 8. Yeah,
I feel like I will get an 8 when I rewatch it.
Yeah, it's very good. I like Thief a lot.
Okay, anyway.
John Cena's balls.
Yeah, this is our second hour of the show that we've been doing lately, which is a separate show about John Cena's balls.
Nothing.
No, but so they pushed back Dune Part 2 to 2024. Even though when I saw Oppenheimer in the theater 2 weeks ago, they played the trailer for it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's stupid. I don't understand why they did that. It makes no sense. Well, this is the only reason. They don't have any content for next year because of the fucking strike. And they're catching up with COVID, which shut everything down for 2 years. They're fucked. Like, Hollywood is fucked. And I love it. I love it. They're fucked.
Why would they push it back then? It seems like more of a reason to get it pushed up.
No, they have nothing to come out. There's nothing to come out next year.
But I'm saying
they have to fill that slot with something.
Yeah.
So they're gonna push it next year. Yeah, that's why. Because they don't have anything.
For some reason, when you said 2020, I was thinking later this year. I don't know why.
Because if this movie fails, then it's a write-off for this year. If next year, they're going to need all the write-offs they can. So they'd rather have it bomb next year than this year. Because that's last quarter. And that's like, I think Warner Brothers has a few movies coming out that last quarter anyway. So they'll take that money.
They got to write off Flash.
Well, Flash, that's probably another reason why
they got to write off Flash.
They got so fucked by that movie.
They already loaded Flash on HBO Max today.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I got.
Did you watch it?
I'm like, yeah, I did.
Did you watch it? I didn't think it was a bad movie.
No,
I thought it was fun.
I will say the first half of the movie I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, I liked.
Second half of the movie, I was like, "This is fucking nonsense. What is going on?" Like,
oh, Nick Cage is in it. Actually, it's a movie that you have to count with Nick Cage.
It is. We have to discuss it on one of those Nick Cage things where we throw it in there at the last minute because he's in one scene. It's not even really him.
Exactly.
It's a computer. But
pretty much.
I did love
CGI.
I lean over to my wife because you told me the Nick Cage shows up. Yeah. I lean over and I go, "Watch this." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "I don't know. This is true.
This is important."
And he pops up and I'm like, "They were gonna do that." like that was there's photo, and I showed her the photos. She started laughing because it was mullet.
Yeah, but I mean, out of context, it's weird. But if you saw the documentary, it actually would have been a good movie.
See,
I think it actually would have been good.
I'm thinking we review Flash when we review the documentary because that's on the list.
Okay, yeah,
that's
a good one. That's a good documentary.
There. Yeah.
Did you not see that one either, though? You didn't watch the documentary? Not yet. That's good. It's really good. When he talks to John Peters, it's wonderful because he keeps the camera on. There's a scene where John Peters gets just a phone call in the middle of the interview. And they keep it in there just to make John Peters look like an asshole. Because he
is an asshole.
Well, he is an asshole. And everybody on the movie talks shit on him. They say, like, he's a fucking, nobody likes this guy.
He's a nutbag.
He would attack visual effects guys, like, with karate moves. Like, he'd get him in blocks and shit. And, like, he'd bring his kids around to show them the special effects. And he would just, like, karate chop the guys working on the movie because he was showing off his moves. Like his girlfriend was, and it was embarrassing. He's a fucking embarrassment. Yeah. He's just such an asshole.
Let's change him back.
Nobody likes him. Wow. Even like Christopher Nolan's first note for Batman Begins was, John Peters does not set foot on this set. Like that was like a fucking rule by Nolan.
Was Peters even involved with stuff by then?
His name, name only. He's not really involved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
name only. Yeah,
he's been a kind of at arm's length.
He's basically made he's made more money not working than working.
He's been in timeout for quite a while.
Yeah, because nobody likes him.
rare things where Kevin Smith kind of put the nail in the coffin. And that because that is the best part of that Kevin Smith. What is that called?
Kevin
what's the name
Smith
of that
Live
special?
or Kevin
No,
Smith
it's
Live. Kevin Smith.
Damn it! It's great. It's fantastic though. It was back when he was like super fat.
This is back when it was the real Kevin Smith.
This is back when it was on DVD only.
An evening with Kevin Smith.
An evening with Kevin Smith. Thank you.
That's right. Yeah, I remember when the first time I saw that, I died laughing all night watching.
Yeah, I've seen that thing 1,000 times, and it is because I didn't realize how good of a storyteller he is, and I wish that would translate to his movies.
Yeah.
No, I think Kevin Smith would be the coolest fucking guy to hang out with and be friends with.
Yeah.
But he's not like an artist and he's not a storyteller for movies. He tells the stories he wants to tell.
Right.
Which isn't the coolest thing about him.
Even John Peters said he was an amateur writer.
I almost wish
he's an amateur.
I honestly believe Kevin Smith would make a better stand-up than he would a filmmaker.
Yeah.
Because he is a fascinating person. He can tell a story. Yeah, he's like Henry Rollins.
Yeah.
Terrible music. Love to listen to his stories though when he tells them live. They're fascinating. Hate his music. Hate his singing.
Loved his hosting on that one horror show we watched that one time.
Oh, got Chiller.
Yeah.
We watched. There's 3 or 4 shows called Chiller TV. Like, oh my god, so many of them.
And they were all on the Chiller network, which is odd.
Yeah, I think it was.
Remember back in the day of satellite television and cable television, when they had random
right now.
When they had random TV channels and they had like nothing to do with the programming. It's like, hey, we're going to show my teenage life on Chiller. Like, what?
Or My So-Called Life.
You're right. It's like, what? This isn't even a horror show. Why is this on here? It's like Sci-Fi Channel showing XFL. It's like, what? They're showing sports on this channel now. What's going on?
Yeah. Is it Chillers?
It was
Chillers. Chillers was the...
One of them was Chillers. I remember that.
Was it Bone Chillers? Because there's Bone Chillers.
Maybe.
There was Henry Chillers.
Henry Rollins' face is all over it. I know that.
96 Bone Chillers.
This is a story of a guy who wants to get away from it all. But when he gets away from it all, is it safe?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. What the hell's the name of that show? I'll pull up the bottom tier that we reviewed. And it was early on. Chiller, number 6.
Carrie Elliott was in it. Carrie Elliott and Brian Dennehy were in it, I think.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
They're in the woods.
Yeah, they're in the woods.
Now I cannot find it.
Is the serial killer.
Suspense, amazing stories, beyond belief. No. Chillers, A Curious Suicide. We just did that one. What the hell was it?
I think it was a play on words. The episode title. I can't remember.
Oh, this is pissing me off. I don't want to sidetrack the show, but
no, just look up Carrie Elliott's IMDb page.
I'm gonna say like Henry Rollins. That'd be a much shorter list.
That'd be way shorter. Good point.
I do that a lot. Where I'm like,
I hosted that show. Did you ever see it? No.
This actor's got a much less going on. So let's look at him.
Carrie Elliott is in the new Mission Impossible movie for 2 seconds.
Is it Carrie Elliott or Carrie Elways?
I don't know.
It's one of those names where it's always
one of those.
Speaking of Michael Mann, Henry Rollins is in Heat.
That's right.
He plays the guy who he throws through the plate glass, sliding glass door.
Al Pacino throws his ass across the room. You rat motherfucker! You'll tell me who you working for, you rat motherfucker!
All Henry Rollins does is this, where he holds onto his wig, and he goes,
yeah.
He gets thrown through the glass.
And I remember him in the interview saying, like, back in the day, he goes, yeah, Al Pacino, he's strong. Like, he's a short guy, but man, he grabbed my head and threw it through that window, and it hurt. And he hurt me. I was like, whoa, Al, shit. Like, I don't want to mess with Al.
I cannot find the name of the show on Henry Rollins' IMDb. Wow.
Maybe Henry Rollins is ashamed of it. He doesn't want to show it.
Why is this so hard to find? Oh my God, this is really hard to find, man.
Wow.
Hold on.
I'm almost positive that it was called Chiller.
I was too, but now
Chillers.
Henry Rollins anthology show. It's called Night Visions.
Okay, you're right. Night Visions.
God damn, that's why I couldn't find it.
Win. No, it was Night Visions on Chiller Network. That's what it was.
Okay, so
That's
Night
what it was.
Visions. I don't see that one at all. Oh, where is that? Night Visions. Where did I rank that episode? Here it is.
It's
Found it. Ha! It's bad. It's real bad.
It was rough.
All right, I'm gonna fast forward to
Logic. And Major Ben Darnell has been brought in to
Oh, I
figure it out.
forgot he was in it. Was it Carrie Elways or was it him?
No, it's Carrie Elways. I don't know. That must have been the first. I think it was two stories.
Yeah, Chiller Marathon.
Right.
To your credit and to our credit, because we both thought it was called Chillers.
Yes.
There are 3 shows with the word chiller or chillers in it.
Right.
There's so many of them. Okay, here we go. Here's Henry Rollins. His
Is
intro.
that Bill Pullman?
In the middle of 1,000 square
That's what I'm saying.
miles of nothing, something has appeared. Something beyond logic. And Major Ben Darnell has been brought in to figure it out.
Point is, he's terrible as an actor, but I love his and musician is even worse. Black Flag and Henry Rollins band, fuck you. Terrible. I'm a punk guy. I fucking hate Black Flag. Fucking hate him. But I love Henry Rollins telling a story. If you ever get a chance, Dick, look up Henry Rollins talking about the band getting arrested. I think it's either Brazil or Russia.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember which, but
Didn't
he might even have for both because his band, his band's been all over the world, and those bands getting some shady shit.
Now, didn't he have a talk show for a while?
I don't know about
the Henry Rollins show where he had the guests.
Probably.
I think it was on IFC once upon a time, like years ago.
I can see that existing.
Yeah, there it is. There he is. Oh God. Ugh, he's driving away with Brian Dennehy's tongue in a jar.
You remember this far more than
Lesson to be learned here. When someone tells you to hold your tongue, do it. Or they just may do it for you.
Yeah,
those segments are so pointless.
That was the quality writing in the 90s, wasn't it?
I think that was 2000s.
Or was it the aughts? That might have been the aughts.
Night Visions. Let's look up.
What a weird, anthology, such a strange genre. With
find anything for him his, unless he's as himself. Wow. Night Visions, 2001.
I just don't do anything. I don't want anything to do with that show. I took my name off.
It's probably under the self list on IMDb, because he's playing self.
She's pulling an Alan Smithy on it.
But I think if you're playing yourself and you're the host of a show, it should be under your actor profile,
right?
Because you're introducing the fucking show.
I would think so.
It is with Hitchcock. That's under actor. It's not under self. You know what I mean? Whatever. Anyway,
speaking of Hitchcock.
Oh God.
I did a deep dive on Quentin Tarantino talking about Brian De Palma. And he was talking about Brian De Palma is his favorite director. Quentin Tarantino's. And he goes, because he says everyone thinks Hitchcock's the best, and Tarantino doesn't really care for Hitchcock. And he's saying they always say Brian De Palma steals everything from Hitchcock, and he says he doesn't. He goes, no, he doesn't. He says that's just such an untruth. He said he stole everything from Polanski. He said the Polanski when he did The Tenant and Rosemary's Baby, that's where he stole everything from. Because he goes, you watch The Tenant, and that's an amazing movie, or the other one. Repulsion. He said Repulsion is the one where basically Brian De Palma did Sisters. Everything Repulsion.
I was literally going to say Sisters is
yeah.
I actually do agree. Yeah. I don't often agree with Tarantino as far as movies go, but yeah, I completely agree. Because they both Polanski's a decade ahead of De Palma. and it is very similar because I watched Sisters and all those early De Palma movies, all early Polanski and early De Palma movies, and I'm like, they are so similar. I went on when we did our sorry, I'm all over the place. When we did our sum up, our 2023 summer catch up list, whatever. I don't know if those movies made it to the list, but I was catching up on all the De Palma movies I either haven't seen or haven't seen for a while, and it was like Blowout and God, I can't even remember the titles of them now. But I love De Palma, and I completely agree. It's very Polanski, early Polanski. Only he didn't follow him through his actual life story, which is good.
He didn't pull a 15-year-old train
in a hot tub doing anal.
In Jack Nicholson's hot tub.
Was it Jack Nicholson's?
It was Jack Nicholson's house because he was.
You told me that like 4 times now, and I forgot every time.
Yeah, well, I saw the documentary in the theater, so I remember the Polanski documentary.
Really?
The theatrical one. Yeah, I saw it in Lemley Sunset 5 back in the day.
Let me add that to my list because I want to watch that.
Yeah, it's like but there's like a few more after that though, so that it's the same story. I feel like it was Polanski something. I can't remember.
Sounds like every documentary. Wanted and Desired from 2008.
Sounds about right. I think that's
that was made by Marina Zenovich.
Probably. I don't remember.
I'll show
I'm pretty sure that's it though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one.
This girl look familiar?
Yeah, because that's his
Nick Cage.
Victim. That's the victim.
What movie was Nick Cage in of Polanski? He wasn't in a Polanski movie. He was in a De Palma movie, 2 of them.
Which ones?
1 or 2? Just 1. Snake Eyes.
Oh, that's right. Snake Eyes. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, it's the De Palma movie. Another good De Palma. I like Snake Eyes.
No, Snake Eyes is perfectly directed, but the movie itself is kind of.
Well, it's funny. Well, because they changed the ending last minute. That was not the original ending. The original ending was much more ridiculous.
There is a De Palma documentary. I wonder if they talk about Polanski in that.
I think I saw that. I don't think they mentioned Polanski. I think I saw that one. I'm pretty sure I did. I saw the Milius documentary, which is awesome. I love the John Milius documentary. That's a great one. I've seen that like 3 times.
You definitely watch a lot more documentaries than I do for filmmaking.
Yeah,
I'm making a disc for you right now. It's right here.
Oh, good. Yeah,
it's like a 2 terabyte hard drive.
55 million movies.
You have no idea how much grief this thing has caused me.
Oh man,
Jansen shows up at work and he goes, "Oh, here," and I'm like, "Fuck, I forgot about this thing, man." Because I gave him this when he started the podcast with us, and they stopped, so he just gave me it back, and I was like, "All right, I'll send it to Dick," because I was going to send you a thumb drive anyway.
Right.
But this is way more than a thumb drive,
so you can put everything on there.
So I start putting a ton of shit on there, and then I realize this hard drive with my director movies on it is not loading. It would not load again after I plugged this thing in.
Oh, and I'll just go to that.
So I had to buy an internal hard drive. And I finally got this external one to load, the one with the director movies on it, because I want to send you like movies that we've done so you can catch up if you want to.
Right.
But I couldn't do it because that drive wouldn't load. Luckily it did for today, because otherwise I couldn't have pulled up Michael Mann movies. But anyway, so I had to have Jansen come over last night to put in the new internal disc so I could start copying movies over.
Wow.
And it's just been a fucking... That's why another reason why I just haven't watched Thief.
He's been busy.
Week has been stupid.
Shit.
But I got everything going now, and everything's going fine. And De Palma, we need to do his rankings. But the problem is with De Palma, the man's done like 30 movies.
Yeah, and about 12 of them are garbage.
So ranking them will be difficult because we haven't seen them. So if you want, I can load this hard drive with De Palma movies or certain directors, because we have so much room to play.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I know. All De Palma movies would be nice.
Yeah, because I have them all. I have all the movies.
Definitely put propulsion and the Polanski Tenet and propulsion on there, if you can.
Okay.
If you have those, I don't know if you do.
We'll talk after the show, but I will literally load it up because I have this entire 8 terabyte hard drive, which is an insane amount of storage, is directors' movies. I have their entire catalog organized, and it's perfect the way it is. But I couldn't pull it up, and I was freaking the fuck out all week.
Wow.
Like, that is so much work gone. Like, you have no idea. But yeah, it's I'll also load up, Tales from the Crypt episodes and stupid shit.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, I have all those in there already.
That.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of good stuff, man. Because there's 2 terabytes worth of videos.
That's insane.
It's so much information on there.
That's ridiculous.
It's a disc I forgot I had because Jansen had it. So you're the perfect person to send it to.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah,
I'm preparing that to send with your board games here.
Oh, good, fantastic.
Yeah, I'll wrap it up on bubble tape because it's a hard drive.
Yeah,
easy to break.
Yeah, especially these fucking mail people are useless. They're getting worse and worse every fucking year.
So why are you thinking that streaming is dying and it's only going to be 2?
Well, it's because it is. Right now, I mean, Netflix just dropped a bunch of people, dropped Netflix again. Max isn't delivering anything. Paramount Plus lost billions of dollars.
ESPN laid
the only
off.
That's done. Hulu's going to be sold off because Disney doesn't want it anymore. So they're trying to sell that off. They don't need that because it's kind of just like extra streaming for them.
Which sucks because I bet Hulu probably made more money on their own.
Yeah.
Than being owned by Disney. So I'm betting Hulu buys itself back and just let us go. Let us have a contract. Because Hulu's getting paid, every single video that ever gets played there.
Yeah. Well, Disney's like I said, Sony's the only company that did it right. They were the smart ones. They rent their stuff out to Netflix. They have a direct connection to Netflix, and that's all they do is send it to Netflix. All the Sony stuff is on Netflix.
Netflix and Disney now that they have the Marvel merger.
Right.
Because Sony does a lot of the Marvel stuff. Sony sucks with making the movies, though.
Yeah, they're terrible.
That's where Sony goes wrong.
Sony's junk.
Sony's the fucking worst.
Sony's probably the worst studio.
Oh, the worst studio by far.
Paramount's probably the second worst. Because Paramount just makes shit. And that last Transformers movie didn't do so well, but they're trying to cash in saying, we're going to do G.I. Joe and Transformers. It's the next franchise we're doing. It's like, wow. Those G.I. Joe failed twice. Yeah, it's like, why would you do that? Well,
hold on. Police Academy in the Pirates of the Caribbean. We're going to get it done. Don't worry. It doesn't make sense, but we'll figure it out. Okay? We got a time travel element you're not going to expect.
We're going to remake Cocoon and The Thing. We're going to put those 2 movies together.
I'm not going to say if the cops go back to this, 1800 or if the pirates go forward. I'm not going to say which, but it's going to be fun.
Wilford Brimley's in both. That's the connection.
Spoiler alert, we're going to do both. The pirates are going to be in it's going to be called Pirates in Training.
Ooh, I like it. I love it.
Academy at Seas.
Synergy.
God.
Fucking idiots.
Paramount is a studio that makes shit, amazing movie that keeps them afloat for 15 years. Shit. That's all they've ever done.
And Fox doesn't exist anymore.
The only studio I trust, or kind of trust, I'll say, is Warner Brothers. When I see on the side of a movie, I'm like, they tend to pick and choose a little bit better than the rest.
Yeah,
but that's not saying much.
They're begging Nolan to come back.
But Nolan left. Clint Eastwood is even closing up shop over there.
Well, he's fucking 100. He's going to die.
He's 93 years old.
He's going to be
dead. They gave him a bunch of restrictions, and he's like, fuck you. So he's leaving.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, well, he's dead anyway. I mean,
he wants to do his last movie. And he's like, you got to do like this. And he's like, no. So bye. I own the right. Clint Eastwood's smart. He buys the rights to the movie and then sells it to Warner Brothers.
Right.
So Warner Brothers said no, and he's like, all right, bye. Same thing with Nolan. I have the idea. I
Taking
own the
me
IP.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm not coming back because I'll be dead.
I was thinking the other day because I said there's only two Nolan movies I haven't seen in the theater. There's three. I continuously forget about Nolan's movie Dunkirk.
Yes, Dunkirk. Which
Completely
Quentin Tarantino
forgettable
said
movie.
was Quentin Tarantino. It's the best Nolan movie, and it's a masterpiece. Is Dunkirk.
Yes, like I just said earlier, don't often agree with
I know.
Tarantino on movies.
That's why I brought it up.
Yes, I'm glad you.
I like Dunkirk. I like
movie.
Dunkirk, but it's very
Good movie.
very different.
My least
It's
favorite
a very
Christopher
different
Nolan
war
movie.
I need to see Tenet again, but Tenet I didn't hate, but I didn't love.
I've seen Tenet like 3 or 4 times now. The
Have you?
second time definitely helps a lot because you know what's going on.
Right.
And then I started to fall in love with it after that.
Okay. So I need to watch that again.
Yeah.
I'll probably like it more than
Dunkirk, though, I've seen several times, and I'm like, I get nothing out of the second, third experience, you know? I'm like, that was a good movie. Like, no, I don't mind him. I don't know. I don't know any shit about him, so I don't care. I just
I don't either.
It's a simple war story, and it doesn't have that Christopher Nolan element, if you ask me. It doesn't have his stamp on it. It just feels like it's a well-made movie. That's the best part of it, is very well acted, very well. It's like Sam Mendes's 1917. So well made. But
I didn't care for 1917 either.
Yeah,
1917 was a one and done. Yeah.
Well, the only thing that movie had going on was it was shot, the one shot thing.
Right, yeah, whatever that means. Yeah.
But that
Children of Men did the same thing.
Yeah. Children of Men is much better made.
Yeah, I would say so.
Children of Men is a masterpiece.
It's very good.
Yeah, that movie's great, but Dunkirk, I just didn't care. I didn't care about it. We'll do our Christopher Nolan rankings because you've seen Oppenheimer. Is there a movie of his you haven't seen yet?
No, I've seen every Christopher Nolan movie.
Okay. Do you want to do our Christopher Nolan rankings next week?
Yeah, we should do that. That sounds fun.
That'd be nice for me because I don't have to watch a movie because I'm definitely going to forget.
Yeah, that's true. And it's easy to fill 2 hours with Christopher Nolan movies.
Oh, easy
2-hour show.
Yeah. I named my fucking son after him.
Yeah.
I think I can do it.
I was hanging out with my nephew today. It was fun because all my brothers moved back with all the kids, and Roy's going to school. He's 6, but he's in kindergarten. You put him in kindergarten because he has to learn English, so he's with the bilingual kids. And they upset him the other day because he's not used to like eating lunch, like in a certain amount of time. So he was eating. Well, he was eating pizza. They had food. He brought lunch, but they said, "Hey, we're having pizza. Did you want pizza?" He goes, "Pizza, yeah." He loves pizza. Loves pizza and French fries. So he had pizza, and he had an orange, and he wanted to finish the orange, but they said, "We gotta go back to class, so you can't finish your orange." He goes, "What? No, I want my orange. You can't have it. I'm sorry." What? And he started to cry a little bit. He didn't like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, you gotta figure that out."
Guy.
I was like, "Oh, that sucks."
He's gonna have some culture shock here going on.
No, he's been great. He's actually been fuck. He was like him and Henry. They love it. Like they would not. They love the dogs, and we brought the dogs out. The dogs are getting used to him. So today I was with my little nephew, and he was petting the dogs, going, "Elwood, I love you." Elwood, he was holding it and paying it, and stupid Jake's just the jumpy dog. So she has like licking their faces and kind of jumping. So you have to like pull them away. He just laughs. He goes, "Ah, yeah, Elwood, Jake." Like, oh, it's funny.
I'm sending you a picture right now. He's
fucking smart. He's a smart kid. He was counting already. He was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, oh my god.
Which you sound like Joe Pesci a little bit, but which kid did you give the Ghostbusters Ecto to?
Oh, Henry, he took it.
Okay, how old is he?
4.
Okay.
Or he's going to be 4. He's going to be 4 in October.
I just sent you a picture of Jansen and my baby.
Yes, I just saw it. Jansen with a baby.
Because I was joking around with some coworkers. I'm like, my baby kind of looks like Jansen. And then I took a picture of them together. And I'm like, oh my God, he actually does.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at that. Jansen, where were you the night of conception?
Where were you during the month of?
Was that sausage party where you guys were all making meat and having beers?
I'm like, hey,
Watching
I don't
XFL?
care if that is your kid, but pay some bills, man. I don't care.
You give me like $400 a month. Okay?
Really don't care, but like, come on, chip in a little bit.
I'm raising it as my own.
Other than putting in my hard drive yesterday,
it's $400 a month. That'll help.
This can't be for the child putting in a hard drive.
Now Jansen's not married yet, is he?
He is. He's been married.
He's married.
Before I met him, yeah.
Oh shit! He's been, How wonderful! Everybody's married and happy with children. That's wonderful.
Speaking of Hulu,
actually, I wanted to play this clip again because I just found it and I love it.
I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
The clapping is the best part of that.
Oh God, it's so great. Just
something I can never explain to my wife why something from a cartoon is funny, because I told you she has a prejudice against cartoons. And I'm like, it's not even, most of the time, it's not the joke that's being made, it's why the joke is being made.
Right.
And that's something I can't explain. Unless you have like pop culture brains like us.
Right.
It's hard. You know what I mean? She's not going to understand.
Yeah, but even pop culture now, I don't understand. I think I'm getting to that point where it's like everything new now is just so foreign to me.
Hence why we're playing a clip from 1992.
Exactly. Well, no, that was 98, 99,
yeah, something around there. But
that's 30 years ago.
It was the first year that popped in my mind.
Shit, yeah. I mean, everything that I like is 25 years ago. At least. Now, I hate everything now. I just don't like, everything sucks now.
We had our conversation a few weeks ago on this show about the 30th anniversary of Shawshank next year.
Yeah, so weird.
And I was talking to my wife, and I'm like, all right, because she's never seen the movie.
Oh my God.
Because she's walked in on me watching the movie, because I watch it.
Yeah.
But she'll go, oh, I haven't seen this. And I'm like, I know, pause, turn it to something else. You're not starting halfway through.
Right, yeah.
That's not fucking happening in this relationship.
Or you just tell her, get out. I'm finishing
Then I burn the loft down.
I've seen this movie 150 times, but I'm in the middle of it. Get out.
Yes.
I'm not rewinding.
I can literally quote this movie to you.
Yeah, pretty much. Out. I could act this out for you right now.
No, I'm like, I let her catch a scene, and I'm like, get her hooked a little bit. Because if you start at the beginning, you're not as likely to get hooked,
Right.
It's not an action movie where the first page has to catch you. It's like, an hour and a half in, and it's like Red's going and he's talking to the, he's talking to Hadley, or what I mean, some action-packed scene, and I'm like, right, let this play. Pause. All right, we'll watch that later. It's like, like, I got to play this right, because if she says that movie's terrible, it's divorce time. Like, what do I do?
I know exactly.
I don't know what else to do. It's gonna hurt to my core.
It's gonna be the Jimmy Kahn thief scene.
Because she'll say because American Dad, you know how much I love that show.
Oh yeah.
Or Rick and Morty, which I don't love as much, but I do think it's a funny show.
Right.
She'll watch scenes and she'll go, "This is stupid." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's supposed to be." So it doesn't hurt my feelings. But when we watched, oh my God, what was it? Not Christopher Nolan, the Machinist.
Right, yes.
We watched that, and she was tearing it apart. She's like, "This is stupid," and I was like, "Oh, this hurts. It hurts." I suffered through it, and I watched it. And I was like, she did not like it, and then I told her that we talked about it in the show and said she didn't like it, and she goes, "No, I did like that movie actually." I was like, "But the whole fucking time you." And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to tell your reviews on movies anymore, because apparently they're very complex. When you say this movie's stupid, I don't understand what that means.
I was breaking down the milieu, and I was trying to find the context, and I realized at the end they were dead.
But I was like, okay, well, apparently you have a different review of a movie, because I will say it out loud when we're watching a movie. I will literally at one point, there's certain movies where I'll go, I expected this to suck, but I'm actually really enjoying this. This is
Right,
pretty
yeah.
good, actually. Like I was not looking forward to this movie, but this is catching me. And she'll go, yeah, you're right. You know, like this is something about this is actually working.
Right.
And like I told you a while ago about the what the fuck was that? God damn it. It was the Wrong Turn when they did the complete right turn on that franchise. And
Right.
they did like
Okay.
a weird remake of it, but it was fucking good. And I'm like, let's make fun of this. I turn it on and I'm like, halfway through it, I'm like, we got a problem.
This is actually
Yeah, I'm like, I actually really enjoy this. This is really well made.
Oops.
She's like, yeah, it is. It's actually interesting. I'm like, what do we do? It's like, keep watching. I'm like, the movie, like, it's actually a really good movie, but it shouldn't be. And I feel so bad saying I like this Wrong Turn prequel remake, whatever the hell it's called.
That reminds me of something I read today. It was a meme, and it was like, or a Twitter meme or something. It was, this doctor said, the feeling that I have when I tell a patient don't eat fast food and we both see each other at McDonald's for lunch.
Yeah.
Kind of the same idea.
Yeah, it's
like, oh shit, I love the apple pies.
Because we'll turn to each other and I'll be like, this is really good, actually, isn't it? She's like, yeah. I'm like, how?
Like, what the fuck is wrong with us?
The reason I watch horror movies so much, we watch horror movies so much, is because either A, you make fun of it, it's really stupid and terrible.
Yes.
And it's just so much fun to make fun of how bad it is.
Right.
B, you'll watch it and you'll go, this is so stupid. I'm never scared, but I'm like,
no,
oh, fuck, this is actually pretty good. And that's how I felt during that movie that you didn't like, that I actually did. That ICU movie with
ICU.
It was the Helen Hunt movie.
Right. Yeah.
Where it takes that sudden abrupt turn, and you're like, I was just like, okay, frogging? What the fuck is frogging? And then it turns into this other movie, and I'm like, I love movies that just change genre.
Yeah.
I also like music that just changes genre mid-song, or completely changes tempo or something. And I'm like, okay, we're doing this now. And it's not actually a horror movie, and Helen Hunt is no longer involved. And I'm like, I can deal with that. But I'm like, I actually kind of like what's going on now.
Right. Yeah, for sure. No, I don't know why the movie didn't track with me. I think it was just the acting wasn't like.
Can't blame you on that.
Like the main bad guy was terrible, and even the Frogger kids were kind of annoying. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
It's got that kid who always plays the geeky weirdo. He's in the Stephen King's The Stand remake, remember?
Yeah. Maybe that's why I didn't like it.
He plays the Parker Lewis role.
Yeah, I think I didn't realize it was him, and then I was like, "Oh wait, that is him." That's probably why I didn't like it.
I caught him I'm like, oh, fucking Parker Lewis. Like I call him that, even though it's completely not him.
But yeah, because Parker Lewis loses in The Stand.
I love movies that when you're watching, you're like, fuck, I kind of like this. It's always horror movies. It rarely happens with any other genre because you're brought on board much sooner with like dramas. You're either on board or you're not. You're not going to, by the time it gets to the halfway point, you're not going to be brought on board. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You either care or you don't.
Yeah.
And that's we talk about. Barbarian is another example where you're like, okay, we're in a different movie now, and I love this movie too. Like,
what
the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah,
that's a great example of that.
Well, you like Smile more than I did.
I did like Smile more than you. It's not a good movie though,
because I think maybe because Barbarian and Smile came out in the same time. And Smile made more money, so I felt like, ooh, Barbarian should have made more money. But they both were successful. But I'm just like,
Should I watch them? I watched them one day apart, and I know what you're saying. I get it. Barbarian is an actual good movie. Smile is not a good movie.
Yeah, it's just it's a studio produced horror movie.
I told you that I like the good movie as much as I like the bad B movie that is.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Smile is the bad B movie that is fun.
Right.
It's stupid. Yeah. But I was like, I kept looking at Kevin Bacon's daughter going, man, is she ugly or hot? I can't.
Yes,
I
exactly.
can't figure it out.
It was so frustrating.
It was frustrating.
God, what is? Oh God, what is that?
Her own face is cockblocking me from fucking her own face.
It's like that reaction that Phoenix or Joaquin Phoenix has in Inherent Vice. Oh! Okay.
He goes. My favorite part of that video is he screams and then goes.
Yeah,
That's the best part.
That's the reaction.
His it's the same thing with the pretend you're not high, they won't know.
Right, yeah.
That reaction of if I go, she won't know I just screamed at the photo.
Uh-huh.
Like,
funny.
Obviously, I know that you just screamed at my baby's photo. That is a great. You're right. That was a great clip.
We should actually isolate that clip for future reference.
Okay, let me add that.
Get that one. Put that one on there. Just that sequence that's the only part of Inherent
Vice, baby.
And then you get to see Inherent Vice. What it's known for is the full frontal nudity of the guy from Law and Order's daughter. What's Waterston?
You just threw on like 15 different disconnects for me. Who? The guy from Law and Order's daughter's cousin's neighbor.
Sam Waterston's daughter. I think her name's Catherine Waterston.
Sam Waterston.
Or maybe I'm getting the names wrong. It's she was hot for a minute. She was in Alien Covenant, and then she was in Inherent Vice, and then she just disappeared.
Can I say that you're Once Upon a Time in the West? I've thought this for weeks, but this is the first time I'm collecting my thoughts on it. Your poster behind you, right over your right shoulder.
Yeah.
It looks like on the bottom, it looks like Leatherface holding a chainsaw.
It's the great Italian version that we've ever seen.
But do you see what I'm talking about?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that scene when Henry Fonda got sliced in half with a chainsaw. Catherine Waterston. I'm sorry. She's in a bunch of. She was hot for a minute there. She was basically she's in all the Fantastic Beast movies.
Catherine, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
She's in Alien Covenant, Logan Lucky, Alien Covenant.
All I can think about is the one girl with the dragon tattoo, Rumi.
Yeah, Rooney Mara
replaced or whatever.
Yeah, Rumi Mara.
No, the original.
Oh, the Numi replaced. Yeah. Who's way higher than Rooney Mara.
Yes, but her parents don't own NFL franchises, so therefore Rooney Mara is more attractive.
Exactly. And her sister
and the Giants. Fuck you, family.
And her sister Kate Mara, who's the prettier one, I think. Katie Mara.
Better looking, but not as good of an actor.
You're correct, yes.
But I think she would be better to hang out with.
Probably, because Rooney's too
way
weird.
Cooler. Yeah.
Rooney is with Joaquin Phoenix, which means she's weird.
I was just going to bring that back around to Joaquin Phoenix, but I'm glad you did.
It sounds like if you hung out with Rooney Mara, you'd do this all night.
I'm going to eat a whole pie because Casey Affleck, my husband, died. I'm going to eat a whole pie that's hot at the oven and throw it up. It's daring cinema.
And I really did in real life, too. That's great.
Oh, God.
Can I have tickets to the Giants game?
Did you see that movie?
Yeah, Ghost Story. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it.
I loved the second half of it.
Yeah, I like the time doesn't stop sequence.
The time distillation.
He's just there, and he's there, throughout the entirety of time.
That's what I like all that.
Yeah, I like
the first half is like you're kind of frustrated because you're like, why do I care?
Right.
But I like the filmmaking of it. But it is definitely a good movie, but only if you're a fan of movies.
Yes, I would agree.
Like cinema. If you're not a fan of like why films are made, I would not recommend that movie for if you're like, I fucking love the Transformers. Or, like, do not watch that movie.
Michael Bay is the greatest auteur of our time.
Also, fuck women. They're bitches and must be stopped.
Also, anyone that won't fuck me is a bitch.
Oh man,
They're horrible monsters.
you gonna watch Blue Beetle?
No.
Sorry,
Jesus
I'm sorry.
Christ.
I forgot you were a human being. You're not gonna watch Blue Beetle. Sorry.
I'm not. I think I'm pretty much done with anything DC. I can't even stand. Did you see Zack Snyder's fucking trailer for his new Netflix movie? It's his Star Wars.
Is he doing a third zombie movie?
No, it's much worse. It's basically his Star Wars. It is. There are lightsabers in it, like lightsaber show, and it's like that's fucking Star Wars, and it's like a fucking. It's fantasy, sci-fi, space opera. It looks like Jupiter Ascending meets Kroll meets Fantastic Beasts. It's like everything I don't want to watch in a movie, and especially
a sword and sorcerer movie with like
written and directed by Zack Snyder, which is awful.
Zack? Is that his real name?
Zack Snyder. I'm sorry.
Oh, you confused the shit out of me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I kept saying Scott Snyder, but Zack Snyder.
I was like, no way is that his real name.
This is Zack Snyder's new like $155 billion movie that he made for Netflix. Part 1 comes out in December. Part 2 comes out in March.
He is.
It looks terrible. Try watching it. Well, look at the trailer. Try watching the trailer right now. I want to see your reaction to the trailer. It's called. Just put in Zack Snyder Netflix 2023. It'll pop up. It's called I think it's called Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon. Yeah, here it is.
Rebel Moon. Yeah, fucking Rebel Moon. It's a Star Wars title.
Oh God, is that Sophia? Blah, blah, blah,
yeah. She's the fucking savior of the galaxy.
She's got kind of a thing going on that I dig.
I do like her.
Say that.
I think she's cute.
We don't like the white women so much.
Not so much.
But yeah, she's something. She's French.
I need to marry a French woman, a European woman. I need to find one of those.
You need to do the Michael.
Yeah, but
you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
That is so exciting that you can hear this now.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
Oh God!
Fuck you! Fuck you!
From Thor.
Fuck you, Zack Snyder! Fuck you! This is the same fucking shot for like Man of Steel,
or any Star Wars movie.
Really, a modern Star Wars movie.
Do you know the story of the Princess Issa?
Nope. Goodbye.
Mama,
I almost thought that was you making that noise.
Called the Redeemer. It was said this child would stop the madness of war.
Man's got tits. Oh God! Of course, Yvonne Hunson's in it. He's in fucking everything.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yes. He's in both Marvel and DC.
Sure, why not? Fuck it.
He's playing both sides, and he's winning somehow.
He works out.
He reminds me of Mac from It's Always Sunny, where they do an episode where he's playing both sides, but he tells both sides that he's playing both sides. He's like, I'm playing both sides so that I come out ahead, and they're like, you shouldn't be telling us that. And he's like, why not? He just doesn't get it.
God,
this is Jimon Hunson though. He just I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm probably way off.
Jimon Hunson.
Jimon Hunson. I was close.
Yeah, you're close.
I like
she was to usher in a new age of peace and compassion.
Is that Anthony Hopkins or not?
Yeah, it's Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
He's not in the trailer. He's narrating.
I was given memories of a world I will never see.
What does that even mean?
Loyalty to a king I cannot serve.
Fuck you, Zack Snyder.
And love for a child I could not save.
But you show her butthole in this.
Fucking Hyperion won't be made, but this will be made. What the fuck?
You know what's sad, Dick? I'm actually looking forward, and I can't believe I'm saying this, to the new Ghostbusters movie because everything else looks so stupid.
Well, that got pushed back to next year too, by the way.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, it's not coming out in December anymore.
You were just saying how Sony knows what they're doing, and
yeah, well, there you go. Well, again, same thing. They don't have any product. They got to push. I think they have something coming out in December, but they don't. They can't blow it all on Ghostbusters. They got to push that back.
If they bring in more Winston, I'm fine with that.
I hope so.
Winston is now my favorite Ghostbuster as an adult, as them as elderly people. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
Because I don't want to see fucking Bill Murray or
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd be here.
Decrepit old men.
Yeah, and because Winston's character seems like he wants to be there.
Right. Yes.
Like, and the guy himself loves the franchise more than those guys.
Yeah,
He's
he
so
enjoys
appreciative.
it.
That's all he has going.
Yeah, even though he had Congo, which was great.
Oh, where the fuck is that? Sorry, I was watching Fast 10. And
God.
What's his name from we'll continue this trailer in a second. What's his name from Game of Thrones was on it, the Hawaiian dude.
Oh, Jason Momoa.
Aquaman. And they finally threw in a line 3/4 of the way through the movie that he was raised from Pacific Islander. And I'm like, there you go. Because my wife being Hawaiian, we're just sitting there going, he is not Brazilian. Are you fucking kidding me? They finally mentioned it. We're like, okay, we can get over that hump.
It was like, he's from Hawaii.
No, one of the characters, I forget who, pulls up the screen and they're like,
okay, there you go.
His father's Brazilian, ancestry is Pacific Islander, Hawaiian. And we're like, there you go. Okay. I will say this, so which you probably don't know, they didn't advertise it. He plays a very, very effeminate character in the movie.
Really?
In Fast 10, and it is fucking hilarious.
I heard he's the best part in the movie.
He is definitely the best part of that movie.
I heard that much. Yeah.
He's sitting there and he's like painting his fingernails after like a big chase sequence after he almost died. He's like, these look pretty good. What do you guys think? And the camera pans back and you realize he's talking to 2 dead cops. And he's painting his fingernails.
That's funny.
And he's like, you know what? You guys think about that, and I'll get some guys to come out and bury you. And he walks off.
I like Jason Momoa.
He's great.
I think Jason Momoa's fun.
He's fantastic.
I appreciate Jason Momoa a
lot. Forget what my overall thought was, but let's continue this trailer.
Oh, please do.
I can't. This looks terrible. Oh, I was thinking about The Crow. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson, The Crow.
Yep.
I saw Jason Momoa, and I'm like, they were talking about doing it with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
It became Jason Momoa. They both left.
Yeah.
Now it's Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
And I believe he would be the best of the 3, honestly.
Sure. If the movie's
he is
good.
fantastic.
I just want Iggy Pop to be in there somewhere.
No, fuck the second one.
Bird Dick.
I hate the second Crow movie.
Fuck you, Bird Dick. That's the best line in movie history.
The second Crow movie is the only movie my least favorite Crow movie, except for the Edward Furlong one.
Oh, that one is garbage.
Because it's Edward Furlong and Tara Reid.
And David Boreanaz.
No, I think he's in the other one.
Oh, is he? I can't remember.
I think he's in the other one. I could be wrong, but
because there's like 4 of them, aren't there?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4.
Ooh.
You're probably right, actually, then, because he's not in the third one. Salvation is the one I like more than 2.
Because the third one has Eric Mobius or something.
Yeah,
right.
Has him and Kristen
Dunst.
Kristen Dunst.
That's right.
I like that one because it's different. The second one is just a remake, and it's so pointless.
Yeah, second one's terrible. Third one I didn't see, and the fourth one's all pieces of it. It's terrible.
Fourth one is fucking garbage.
Anyway,
bad. It's no steroid I have in the TV show.
You mean Rebel Moon?
What do you think they want?
Everything.
I found her.
Space Nazis!
Name a child of war.
That is him in the fourth one, by the way. You are right.
Okay, there you go.
That would explain why I don't remember it.
So this is basically Zack Snyder's Dune, Star Wars,
yes,
Jupiter Ascending, Riddick, that second Riddick that's terrible. It just looks, it's so overblown. Lord of the Rings. It's all of those movies compressed into 2 movies.
I'm getting a lot of Dune vibes and a lot of Star Wars vibes because clearly this is the Star Wars shot.
Oh, we haven't gotten to the Star Wars part yet.
Not even yet. Okay,
you haven't seen that yet. You'll know when.
Okay, here we go. Oh, you said there's a lightsaber, but
there's a lightsaber.
I was taught that love is weakness.
Oh God, she has a butch haircut.
I was a child of
Is
war.
this Raiden? How great would it be if he did a fuck? What was that franchise called?
Mortal Kombat?
No. I would say no Mortal Kombat, but
Street Fighter.
The Aliens one. God damn it! What is that called? Where they did the first one, it was terrible. Found footage. Second one was actually pretty fucking good, and the third one is back to terrible. Netflix picked it up.
Cloverfield. Yeah.
Second one's really fucking good.
Yes.
How great would it be if this is a Mortal Kombat movie? You just don't realize it till halfway through.
I love Mortal Kombat, man. I just had to take
it. Would be my favorite movie.
Fucking Zack Snyder.
It's like all Mortal. Oh my god, that'd be great.
I think this person is Asian, so they're halfway there.
Hold on.
There is a difference between justice and revenge.
There is a price to pay for your defiance.
Was that Charlie Hunnam?
Yes, it was.
I love him. Maybe I'll watch this. After The Gentleman, I'll watch fucking anything he's in.
Right, and you also saw the Guy Ritchie King Arthur movie, didn't you?
I did,
and you liked that one too, right?
I did.
Oh my god, you might actually like this movie.
Yeah. No, I don't like the movie. I like him in the movie, and therefore I like the movie.
Yeah, Charlie Hunnam.
Really stupid as shit.
Yeah, I like Charlie Hunnam a lot. He's good.
The problem is, I saw Sons of Anarchy, and I go,
right,
that show's not that good.
And he plays that tough guy. He's like,
so then I started seeing him, and I'm like, I liked him. I like Jax's character, but
right.
I started seeing him. I'm like, he's fucking. And then I saw The Gentleman. I'm like, I fucking love this guy.
Did you ever see him in Undeclared?
No, or
his comedy
Street
show,
Hooligans.
Yeah, Green Street Hooligans is actually not a bad movie.
Is that good? I haven't seen it.
It's not a bad movie. It's fine.
It's one of those rental ones I always saw.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Yeah. Elijah Wood and him. I don't care. All right. Sorry. Is that one of the Dark City guys?
So can you tell me what this movie's about? Because I don't.
I'll be honest, I paused so many times I probably can't, but
no, but even if you watch it, even with like the fucking backward talk monologue of the trailer, I couldn't tell you what this movie's about.
I can tell you what it's about based on the fact that I've seen these kind of movies.
Exactly. That's what
there's a world that's falling apart. They have to overtake the people who are making it fall apart.
The space Nazis are
Dune
taking over.
Dune, Star Wars, yeah. Elysium, all those kind of movies.
Pretty much all.
Sorry, I did not mean to cut you off there.
No, that's fine.
Shh, 1 moment.
Oh,
I did love this part.
Is that the charming British actor from Westworld?
I don't know.
What is the fucking name of the show? IMDb.
Westworld?
Rebel Moon. Okay.
Yeah,
I've been watching the Punisher show finally.
The Punisher show?
Yeah, from it was on Netflix.
Oh, that's right. John Bernthal. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why I blanked on that.
Yeah,
wow.
Carrie Elwes, Charlie Hunnam, Anthony Hopkins does Jimmy. Jenna Malone, which is crazy because I just brought her up as much I don't like her.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a different guy, the Mikael Huisman. Okay.
Hold on.
I don't want no trouble.
We're not here to bring any.
Charlie Hunnam.
Are you ready?
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
You and I both know.
It's hard to deny the Star Wars thing after that was a couple shots right there.
Oh, there's there's more than a few, and I think more comes in there.
Oh, I can't.
That's a Star Wars shot right there.
How is Lucas not on the phone right now? Getting this shit stopped.
Lucas don't give a shit. George is too busy trying to build his fucking museum in Chicago.
Chicago
From Modesto, but he's gonna make his museum in Chicago.
I don't blame him. Chicago's way more of a stop than Modesto.
Trust me, I know. Yeah, you're right. I'm not begrudging the man. I'm just saying that's what he's been doing.
I just want to make sure you're
I'm on board.
You have your expectations set for what Modesto is.
Exactly.
Okay. It's the Killers, You get people who kill women, and then you get sports teams who are on their way to Seattle. That's all you get.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Fear. Let's show them that we're not afraid. Let's show them we are more than the shackles that bind us.
Like, what the fuck is this? Like, all of a sudden, it's fucking Tarzan and Conan movie.
I'm getting some Harry Potter vibes too.
Yeah, it's like, what is this movie?
In the Order of the Phoenix of Harry Potter, there's the one where they have to save the bird. And she uses the time.
Yeah, look at the shit dialogue. Let's show them we're more than the shackles that bind us. What does that mean?
We're not just slaves. That's all that means.
Right? Yeah, but the shackles that doesn't have any meaning.
They
don't look at you like you're. If you're a slave, they don't even look at you with like shackles cost more than you.
I'm a space Indian. Oh God, we got Avatar now.
Oh God,
he rides it.
Yes.
This should be Christian Bale, by the way. This is whoever the fuck this guy is.
I think it's Charlie Hunnam. No, it's not.
The king is a man, and a man can fail. But a myth
Game of Thrones
is indestructible.
Game of Thrones. Oh, we got Elysium, or the Charlie movie. Was it called Charlie?
Chappie.
Thank you.
You have Neil Blomkamp.
Neil Blomkamp all over this thing.
All over this.
Dennis Villeneuve, and then
Lucas, Blunt. Yeah.
Lucas. Those three guys.
It's still, every genre movie the last 40 years is in this movie.
Here's the problem. I mean, we're not done yet, and I don't know if I want to continue this. It's just nonsense now.
You have another minute to go.
No, I'm done.
I couldn't tell you what the movie's about. Like, what?
That's what I was gonna say. It's not. It doesn't look terrible, but like, couldn't tell you what the fuck the movie's about, other than what I assume these movies are always about.
Kings can fail, but myths cannot. Like, oh my God.
We are more than the shackles that bind us. We will show them we're not just slaves. We are man.
That would make more sense.
They need Jack Black to do that speech. We are man. Did you watch? I gave you my Disney sign-in. Did you actually watch season 3 of Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I watched it.
We watched it. We finished it like a month ago, I probably want to say. But
yeah.
I loved season 3.
Yeah, you're the only
so
one.
Much.
Everyone hated season 3.
I loved it.
The Star Wars fans are such fucking assholes. They hate everything. They bitch and complain about everything.
It had a plot from the season that carried through the whole season. Therefore, I loved it. It was Jack Black showed up with a banana vagina girl. What's her Lizzo?
Lizzo's done. Her fucking
Lizzo's fucking done.
She's done now. That fat bitch fucked herself with a fucking.
To be honest, she was fucking terrible in that episode.
Oh, she's terrible.
Jack Black was great.
Yeah, Jack Black was a lot of fun. And
Christopher
Lloyd was in it.
Christopher Lloyd, they brought him out, and I made a prediction that I was wrong on.
Oh.
We watched it with my wife, and I go, Christopher Lloyd hasn't moved in 25 years. And I go, I guarantee, he's going to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
They're going to accuse him. He will not stand up. And I called it early on in that episode when they introduced his character. And then they do the whole thing where they find out that he was the one that orchestrated everything. And they show it and they tell Christopher Lloyd. And he does a Disney, like, TV, like a kid's TV show. Like, I'll fight you. Like an old man.
Calm down, old man.
And I go, I'm wrong. He stood up. Kudos to him.
You know, you're probably not wrong, though, because they put his head on another body. So
no,
it's CGI.
When you watch that body that he stood up on, it's very clear that was his body.
Rickety as shit. Oh, that snapped. Something hurt. Oh, shit.
I will take over. He's doing like animatronics almost.
Bryce, I can only do this scene twice. I can't do it again. Call cut. I gotta go. Yeah, you tell me the trailer.
I don't know what's happening on the Thief IMDb page, but for suddenly Coolio started playing next to it.
Wow. I guess they're putting ads on.
Sorry.
That's strange.
He's dead. That's fucking weird.
Dead. Yeah, he is dead. Yeah.
I will admit, every 2 months at work, I'll talk to my team in my chat and I'll go, I don't feel like we fully acknowledge the weight of Coolio's loss in this world. They're like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, sorry.
Half of them not even know who Coolio was.
And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the floor.
I go straight to Dangerous Minds. I just go straight to Gangster's Paradise.
Oh, I had his second CD.
His second CD.
First CD as well, but the second CD is what I listened to the most.
Wow.
I like Coolio, and I was a fan. An actual fan.
Did you like his cooking show?
Did not know he had a cooking show.
He had a cooking show for a while there. It was actually the last thing he was doing when he died. I think he died, had a heart attack or drug overdose during the show or something.
Because I like Fantastic Voyage on his first album. And then it was just, that was the only like hit on that song or on that album. And then the second one came out, Gangster's Paradise, and that had a bunch. Too Hot, Something New. Obviously, Gangster's Paradise.
Gangster's Paradise doesn't even count because it's basically two different songs that he put together. It's that guy. It's that guy's version because there's two versions of Gangster's Paradise. There's one with JB Smoove. I think that's his name.
No, that's the comedian who has a lisp.
Or whatever. Whatever his name was.
Been spending all your life living in a gangster's paradise.
Well, who's that? Who's the other guy on Dangerous Gangster's Paradise? The
it's
rapper?
Like a CeeLo Green type of guy.
Yeah. He has his own version of that song.
Yeah.
And Coolio took that one and merged it with the Stevie Wonder song, which Stevie Wonder song is basically the same beat, everything. It's the same song. Only Coolio put in, I'm a gangster. I got shot. I'm dead. Before I'm 24, what am I going to do? That kind of thing.
It's a great song.
I'm picturing JB Smoove.
Now, maybe it's LV Smooth. I think it's
Killian Mash.
Who?
Killian Mash apparently is the name. No, it's a white dude.
Is he in Rebel Moon?
Yes, he plays John Moon.
John Moon.
And
we're gonna fight the space Nazis on Rebel Moon.
Let me know if you recognize this song from Coolio.
Please.
It was the song after Too Hot, I believe, on the album. One Coolio, 1, 2. It was called Something New.
Oh, I introduced a friend of mine to that wonderful strut song that we've discovered.
Oh, we need to do that still, don't we?
The Steven Seagal reggae hit.
Okay.
He couldn't believe he was reading the lyrics. I said, that's nothing. You gotta hear him say it. It's amazing. It's
Mr. Steven Seagal. That one.
I want your punani.
I'll do anything for the punani. It's like, oh my God.
All right, here's something new.
Yeah, amazing.
You can hear it, right?
No, I can't.
I can't hear that. Maybe you have to show me the screen.
Maybe
sharing is I can hear it. I can't hear it when it's not on screen.
Okay, let's try this. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
We're Frank of the funk business, and people come from miles around with an almost religious devotion. Calm down.
Oh yeah.
This is 11-year-old me fucking rocking out to this song on my CD, my little Walkman thing.
Oh yeah, walking through Detroit.
No, I literally know all the lyrics still. Hold on, let's get past the chorus.
What up, everybody? So glad you're here. Studio with the flow back in your ears.
Wow.
But I'm still on the mission. Let's see if I can get your attention.
The whole song. I can do the whole fucking song. I love Coolio.
Coolio is almost like a Nickelodeon version of a gangster rapper.
But the thing is, he actually did come from that area. the same
Right,
as the
yeah,
other
yeah,
guys.
yeah, right.
He just did a wacky version of it, and he had a sense of humor about himself, so nobody actually took him seriously. But
I would say I would almost argue that the same guy had a sense of humor about himself was oh god, the rapper. He always did the videos with the fisheye lens. Oh god, what's his name?
Lil
Bump,
Fisheye.
bump, bump. Oh god, Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes, yeah.
I think he was comical. I think he kind of knew he was in on the joke.
He's my favorite actor from Halloween Resurrection.
He's actually the only thing worth watching in that movie, and I still haven't seen that movie. That's the one I haven't seen. Is that one? I've never seen.
Adding that to the list now.
I've never sat through that one. I just couldn't do
Halloween Resurrection. I've seen that several times.
Oh man!
In fact,
that's the one.
That was one of the first movies me and my wife watched together.
Isn't Coolio in that movie too? Oh, no, it's Busta Rhymes. I'm sorry, Busta Rhymes is in it. He goes, doesn't he say like bitch? Doesn't he call Michael Myers?
Which one of us is drinking? Because I just said Busta Rhymes, Halloween Resurrection. And
I know. I said Coolio. I'm sorry.
No, Coolio is in Scream 1 or 2 or Scary Movie 1 or 2. I forget which, but
he's also in Batman and Robin.
No, he's in Scream. He's in one of those spoof movies of the spoof movie. What's it called?
Right, Scream. If you know what I did last summer in your haunted house, like that. Yeah.
Scream. What is that called? It's so dumb.
I think Scream. If you know what I did last summer. Something like that.
Scream, if you know what I did. Shriek, if you know what I did last summer.
That's it.
Shriek, if you know what I did last Friday the 13th.
That's it. There you go.
That's the one he's in. I have a proof right here because it's so dumb.
Ouch.
There's Coolio.
Oh my, that's not a straight to video movie.
Tiffany Anderson.
Oh my god.
Tom Arnold.
Oh my god.
I saw it's one of those movies I remember because I got the screener version of it because my friend worked at the video store and he would bring screeners and we're like, oh, this is so bad.
Oof.
Only when we watched it. It's fucking terrible. Oh my god. It looks just like I remember.
Oh my god. Look at that. Oh. How can you spoof a spoof? Like that's when you know there's the Hollywood is creatively bankrupt. Is when you did Scary Movie and you do basically spoofs on Scary Movie.
I feel like I don't know if they're spoofing a spoof. I feel like they were spoofing it. They were just late.
I guess I don't know.
And sucked at it. Like they were trying to ape off of Scary Movie more than spoof Scary Movie.
Right.
And it's because there's a lot of those like Plump Fiction and Silence of the Hams.
Yeah, that was all 90s straight to video.
But they're just always way too late for what they're doing. And you're like, stop.
It's just some genius came with a title 4 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, Signs of the Hams. Funny.
I'm looking at the trailer for this and it's Bulimia High School.
The Pope Must Diet. And they all have the wonderful, what's his name? Who's dead? Who's in all the
sorry, I was thinking about his career.
The Burt Reynolds movies. What's his name?
Dom DeLuise.
Dom DeLuise.
Silence of the Hams had Dom DeLuise.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh man.
Yeah, those are bad.
Terrible, terrible time for film.
I think we're done, right?
We are. We're done.
Next week, Christopher Nolan movies?
I think so.
We don't have to watch anything.
And we'll actually extend that to 2 hours.
Yeah, that'll be an actual 2 hour long episode.
Yeah, as opposed to this, it's just lying to ourselves.
Yeah, this is a 2-parter without acknowledging it. We're gonna start doing that.
90 minutes of nothing and 1 hour on Thief, maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I did acknowledge in the beginning, I'm like, this is gonna be a separate episode.
Yes, very good.
Because last week when we did Galaxy Quest, I'm like, I had to separate that in 2 videos or 2 audio tracks.
Sure. Yeah, it's fine.
Let's just say it's a separate one now.
Yeah.
But anyway, next week we'll do Christopher Nolan movies. We'll rank them in order.
Yeah. Sounds good.
To best. And Yeah. Do you want to go out in a Simpsons quote here?
Sounds good to me.
Your episode. Do you want to choose one?
No, surprise me.
Okay, well, I'll do the one we played before we started recording.
Okay, that's very good.
You got to do this one for me, Billy McGarnagle.
Okay. For you, McGarnagle.
Well, McGonagall, Billy is dead. They slit his throat from ear to ear.
Hey, I'm trying to eat lunch here.
One.
Fuck you, everybody. Good night.
Another classic in the books.
All right.
2 hours and 30 minutes.
Fuck you, everybody. Good night.
Okay, I'll make sure it recorded.
Yeah, Jesus, I hope so.
And